was a ribbon on the floor, güey.
No, I saw that too. It looked like a ribbon to me earlier. Yeah. ¿Cómo anda, mi score? ¿Estás bien chingón, Miguelito? Yeah, chingón. Tonito, how do you feel coming back on after a suspension of 2 podcasts?
No? Was it? No?
Technically, it was like 2, no?
Yeah,
It was 1.5.
Well, last week you were there, but...
We had him on suspension since he was a little misbehaving. Estabas un poco rebelde, ¿no?
Un poco pendejo también, pero ya.
¿Me lo bajas a cerrar ahí, por favor?
Oh, you can hear it.
Okay, gracias. So, what do you want to start off with? It doesn't have to be in order, actually. Whatever you want to talk about first, so we can decide.
The Matrix.
The Matrix? Okay, ready?
Which is the
Lego thing?
The Lego. But
Okay.
there's another movie that I watched. I didn't watch the Lego one,
Oh, okay.
but I watched another one.
Okay. So, ¿qué pedo, güey? Con el Matrix.
So I was watching the movie A Bug's Life.
Oh.
You watched that one or no?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
You
I haven't watched
the
it in a
whole
while. I haven't watched it in a
You
while.
haven't watched the whole thing or no?
I don't remember if it's been so long.
Okay, well,
Tú sales en
you
la
guys have a
película,
chance?
güey.
The Upper, no? That's what you guys were watching, no?
Yeah. Well, if you have a chance, watch it.
Uh-huh.
And it's gonna literally it's gonna be the whole Matrix right there.
Yeah?
The grasshopper is the Matrix.
The grasshopper.
The elites.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, because they're grasshoppers, so they're in the higher power?
Yeah.
Oh.
And they try to control the ants until one ant sticks out. He makes an idea of like, oh, we shouldn't be feeding these grasshoppers.
Oh,
Like we should all stand up.
Yeah?
And it happens, yeah.
Yeah, and the Lego movie's like the same thing too.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. I have to watch it.
Yeah, but I was thinking about another one is that the B movie Turbo. Have you seen Turbo?
No, I haven't
I've
seen
seen
Turbo.
Turbo.
Turbo's like similar
like
to
that?
the Matrix,
Yeah?
yeah, because he's a snail that dreams about like pretty much like he has a dream, and the rest of the snails are telling him like, nah, like stop dreaming, like you're never gonna make it out, like you belong here, like you belong to work, like we work, like there's nothing special about you.
Same
Yeah,
thing with the
yeah,
Bugs Life.
and the same thing with Wreck-It Ralph. I put Wreck-It Ralph in here because Wreck-It Ralph is a villain, so he sees everybody in the towers like, oh, they're celebrating, they're having a good time, but they treat me like a villain. I'm a villain, so I can't go up there.
Yeah.
So when he tells them, like, what do I have to do to win a medal? Because only heroes can wear medals in, like, the story of, like, Wreck-It Ralph. And they're telling him, like, are you stupid? Like, you can't win a medal. You're a fucking, you're a
villain.
You're a villain. And he's like, but if I wanted to, I could. And they're telling him, you're going to go rogue? Like, and they just, like, influence him, like, you can't do that. And so he jumps into other games so he can win a medal. And in the end, he ends up winning a medal. Like, technically breaking free of the Matrix.
Wreck-It Ralph is a Disney movie?
Yes. Yeah, no?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's on Disney.
Well,
All of
Don't
these are Disney movies.
It's kind of a conspiracy
That they give us a clues?
that Disney's like trying to like give us clues, but without
The Matrix? The
Telling
Matrix?
us
Well,
about
Lego
the
is not Disney. It's
Lego's
HBO.
not- That's probably the
It's Warner Bros.
it's probably the only one then. But everything else, literally, it's like the Matrix.
Yeah.
I just never thought about it.
I know, me neither. I didn't think about it.
What other movies do you know?
I don't know, way. I never really thought of it. I guess also like Pursuit of Happiness.
Kind of.
Pursuit of Happiness. It's kind of like he's trying to break out of the Matrix, in a way. Yeah, just like, but it's a lot of Disney cartoon movies,
Right?
Yeah, like when you're small, you don't think about it like that though. You think it's
Yeah.
like a meaning of like sentimental, you know?
Yeah.
Like Turbo's like kind of sentimental, Wreck-It Ralph a little bit too. But then you look at it like in a different perspective
way.
now, and it's like, oh, that's just the Matrix, you
I
know?
told Edgar about that. Like, wait, like now that we know about the Matrix, like all these movies are coming to like, you know, just trying to make more sense now.
Yeah,
now that
they
we're
make
older,
more sense, yeah.
they make more sense.
Yeah,
Way more sense.
that's true. Yeah.
What's something else?
Oh, está mata cabrón. Está cabrón.
Talking about the Matrix though, cause
Tengo caspa, güey.
I wanted to like bring this up. Báñate, cabrón.
Un corte de pelo, güey.
I wanted to bring this up because not a lot of people understand this, right?
What?
And it's a topic that I guess it kind of goes like hand in hand with the Matrix a little bit, maybe. Like, it says, is it simpler for people to save their hard-earned cash than to develop an alternative source of income?
I feel like it's a big ass scam to save your money, man.
Yeah.
Because like people think, like for example, let's say people think if I save my money and I want to buy a car, it's easier for me than to add something on the side that can make me enough money like that, so I can save it or use that money to buy my car or like shit like that. You know what I mean?
Like a house.
Yeah, I feel like people like work, and only like use their 9 to 5, for example, and they'll like earn like 500 a week, like us, 500 a week, I guess you can say, like the average. And then they'll be like, okay, if I want to save up for this, that means I'm gonna have to cut stuff, you know? Instead of being like, oh, I make 500 a week, that's already like tight as it is, you know? Why don't I think of another way to make money on the side, even if it's like $50 a week? You know what I mean? Like, I always feel that people don't see it that way, and I feel like we can like change that, you know, like especially as Mexicans, fool. Because what do your parents tell you? Oh, guarda tu dinero, save your money.
All Mexican parents.
Yeah, you know. So I feel like that's something that needs to change.
In Latin America, mostly that's what you hear.
Because then also that goes with you earn more, you spend more. You know. When you earn more, you don't want to spend more. You want to try either to... I mean, yeah, savings is like... Everybody needs to save a little bit, you know,
like if you make more, live below your means, you know?
Yeah. If you make a little more, you know, you want to save emergency money, you know, or for whatever case.
I feel like you shouldn't save. You should put them as a reserve.
Yeah.
A
Reserve, yeah, reserve, yeah. Reserve cash, reserve money, anywhere, yeah.
But your
savings account.
Yeah.
Your question is more like, well, maybe you got a better job.
No.
You get more money.
Yes and no. Because you can always find a better job that can give you more money instead of having to have an alternative, like, I guess, stress. You know, because people will stress, you know, a little bit more, I guess. But you also have to work longer hours, though.
No. You still work a 9 to 5, you get paid more.
No, but you're not going to get paid 30 for working a 9 to 5 job.
How you do?
Well, some
construction workers,
there's companies.
Right. But you obviously have to put more effort to it compared to working.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But I'm saying, like, if you want to get more money, for example, like a police officer that works 6 to 6 p.m., a 12-hour shift, they get paid a lot compared to you working a 9 to 5.
Okay.
Getting paid to be racist? That's a good deal.
Well, no, but I'm saying, I'm just giving you, I'm giving a perspective of, or like a firefighter that works a 24-hour shift.
But the firefighters don't make good money, right? At the beginning, they don't make good money.
Well, at the beginning, no, but then after once you...
Cops too, same shit.
What I'm trying to say
at the beginning
is for the working class.
Oh, okay.
Right? For the working class. Because
cops
people...
are considered middle class.
Because, look, people... Like, let's say, for instance, you, right? You want to buy new shoes, we'll say, for example. Okay. Or you want to buy a new phone.
So you're talking about, like, let's say, like working, like, at a McDonald's, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You want to buy a new phone, you want to buy some new shoes. What is the first thing you think of in order for you to achieve that? Save money.
But you need money.
But you save money, right?
Well...
You don't develop a skill that will eventually, like, let's say, oh, Juanito needs to type papers, you know, for his podcast. Let me ask him if he can pay me $20 for every podcast that I'll type out his paper for him. Like, people don't think that. They'll think, oh, right. I get $800 a check every 2 weeks. I'll use $100 for this, $100 for that. I'll put away $200, and you'll save those $200, and then you'll spend it. But those $200 technically is like you never saved them. It's like you just spent it, like, you know what I mean? Like, so it was never saved because you just like spent your hard-earned money. It's gone, you know. But if you develop an alternative income, that money that you're getting from that,
no, yeah, right. I get that. It point.
Keeps that money that you're saving instead. That. You know what I mean?
For example, back to the paper thing. If someone were to ask you, "Oh, let me write your paper," you're gonna say no because you're not.
It's an example.
No, I know, but I'm saying like...
It's an example.
No, I know, but like for example, let's say someone were to come up to you and be like, hey, I want to write your piece of paper. You're going to tell them no because you're not going to pay them $20 for just this piece of paper.
I know, but it was
so
an example.
So what you're saying is that some side hustles are not worth it?
Or they don't work out?
Or they don't work out?
Right. For example...
No, it was just an example, though. Obviously, I can just do this myself. It's not hard.
Yeah,
for me, you know?
But I'm saying...
I don't mind doing it. But it was just an example. Like, just little things, you know? Or like if somebody would have been like, hey... You're going to do the podcast today at 10 p.m. I'll be there at 9:30 and I'll set up everything for you. And you can give me $50 for it. I don't mind.
Yeah, but not
instead of us having to do all this fucking work.
Yeah, right. But not everyone.
You know what I mean?
Not everyone is going to
No, I know.
Okay.
But it's just examples,
Okay.
wait. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no.
Like easy.
Basically, think outside the box.
Like
no, okay, yeah, I get that. But I'm saying-
$50 is what technically we make like in what 3 hours, which is almost half our day.
How much do you make?
17 50.
It
So
would be like 2 hours and a half, or
so you
almost
you take 30 minutes on something and you earn $50. Wait, that's easy money, super easy money. That's why I really liked cutting hair, like not because of the money, but like because literally like I'm getting paid for each hour, you know, like, and it's easy. Sometimes I can do like 3 haircuts in like 2 hours. I don't need an hour for each haircut, especially because I only cut you guys, so I'm already like I already know what to do, you know, like I already know your hair. It's not like a new client. I'm like, oh, like I need to see how his hair works, you know. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about because I feel like just in general, yeah, a lot of people
Dude,
tend
you
to
look
save
fucking pale as
I
fuck.
do it.
a little bit, yeah,
Yeah.
You okay with it?
I've been okay for
Well, it's because it's true though. Like, how do people do it? Like, bro, like my just in general families, like they have kids, they have bills, they have cars, they have houses, and somehow they still find a way to save money and like afford everything, you know.
Or maybe
they barely make it.
Or right, maybe they don't, but they just provide it for their children.
That's why I feel like the bare minimum is always like, what, like if you're like for me at least, like
For
I
example,
find the bare
let
minimum.
me tell the story. I know we're talking about this topic.
Uh-huh.
A verga. ¿So tienes stories?
No.
A la verga.
Just say it though. Just say it. I want to know.
There was this. Well, I went to Pizza Hut earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, long story short. Long story short.
big time.
Wait.
He's not blaming it on me. Why?
No. That's because he told me.
Este güey fuera
No.
Uber Eats, vale, pa' pura verga, güey.
No, wait.
Si este fuera Uber Eats, vale,
No,
pa' verga.
I'm not
Not
gonna.
even 1 star, half a star, güey.
No, okay. Let me tell my
Oh,
story.
no stars,
Before-
no stars at all.
No, I'm not gonna talk. Okay, so I was at Pizza Hut.
All right, let me know. I want to see it. Let me hear this shit. Let me hear this shit.
I'm not gonna tell that part, but I'm gonna tell the
No,
part
just
that
say
I was
everything.
inside.
Just say everything. I want to
Yeah,
hear.
say everything.
Okay,
say
so
everything.
long
I
story
know.
short, I went to the wrong location I was supposed to be. Right? Okay, wait.
What pizza Hut did you go to?
No, it wasn't supposed to. It was Wingstop, and I went to Pizza Hut, which is why I went to
What a pizza Hut?
But that's because he told me. Wait. That's because he told me to go to Pizza Hut, so I went to Pizza Hut.
Okay,
So-
explain how you got
So
confused, though.
he went to Pizza Hut
Because he-
and he asked for Edgar's order.
He called me like, hey, wait, what? He asked me like, hey, wait, what's the name of?
He told me to go to
Yes, he
Pizza
asked me.
Hut.
He asked me, what's the name of the order? I'm like, oh, it's Edgar way. He's like, no, it's not that. Oh, try Destiny. Oh no, it's not that either. Like, oh, I don't know. I'll call him right now. And he calls him, and then this will tell him it's like confirmation order and everything. And this will see that it's Wingstop and not fucking Pizza Hut. Wait, it's the
No, but he told me it
Bro,
was
fuck, I
Wingstop.
can't,
It was
I can't
Pizza
breathe.
Hut.
Wait.
But I don't know how he got confused because the conversation with the phone call was between them two. I didn't hear the phone call.
But he told me it was Pizza Hut, so I went to Pizza Hut. Okay,
Did you tell him Pizza Hut?
I didn't hear the phone call, so I
He
can't.
told me it was
Wait,
Pizza
you
Hut.
heard Pizza Hut?
No, this is what exactly I said.
Alright,
Like,
tell him. I didn't
Okay,
hear it.
that's it.
I called them. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna order Domino's.
And you go to Pizza Hut
Espérate.
to get the wings.
Who's gonna say the story? You or me?
Or would you say it? But that's what
Okay.
he's told me.
No.
I should have
Hey,
recorded.
I'm like, hey, I'm gonna get pizza. I'm gonna watch the fight. You gonna come? You said, yeah. I'm like, okay. Can you just do me the favor of picking up the wings at Wingstop, and I'll go to Domino's and get the pizza? And you said, oh yeah, I'm done. I'm like, okay, perfect. Because I didn't want to do double the trip. And I'm like, okay, perfect. And then I'm over there at Domino's and getting everything, and I leave my phone behind. And then Angel comes along. He's all like, he calls Junior. He's all like, hey, I already asked them for Edgar and Destiny's name, and I don't get anything. I'm like, I have the email way. And then Destiny sent the email to Angel. And then it turns out when I get to the house and I call Angel, he's all like, oh, it's because I was at Pizza Hut.
Well, you
Like,
told me to go to
what
Pizza
the
Hut.
fuck?
You told me to go to Pizza Hut. I went to Pizza Hut.
Okay, but what was your point?
Okay, so I was inside, right, at Pizza Hut, prior to the whole search off. There was this guy, this older gentleman. I don't know if he was on drugs or not, but he probably was on drugs. I mean, not trying to be rude, but it looked like he was on drugs. So he didn't have money, and his card kept declining. Or maybe he wasn't on drugs, but his card kept declining, right? And then the guy, there was this guy right here standing, older gentleman.
So 2 gentlemen.
Right, two
Two,
gentlemen.
Uh-huh.
This one didn't want to go through, but that wasn't the story. The guy, the card kept declining, and well, the guy paid for him. Paid for his food. And then he was saying thank you to the guy, right? And then
Wait. Who was the guy? What did he look like? Was he African American?
no.
Oh, okay.
He was.
It's kind of, I'm gonna see the story right now. That's why.
So the gentleman, the older gentleman, paid for the young adult's food. Pizza, I guess, what he got.
Wait, so he was young?
Yeah.
How old? Like our age?
No, not that young. Like maybe like 25.
30s?
25.
Oh, 25.
So the older guy paid for the younger man's food.
Which I mean, I don't know if he was in drugs. The younger guy.
Well, how did he look? How was he dressed?
Well, he was dressed good and everything. But he was it appeared like he was talking to himself.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he was burnt out.
It appears, I mean, I don't want. It appeared like it, but again, I don't. I mean, again, maybe he was just happy because he was hungry. I mean, obviously, I don't know his story, but he was very happy, and then well, he got. I'm guessing he got his food.
Yeah. So talking about something like that. I want to go cut my hair recently on Friday when I left early from work to go get my haircut, and I was getting a haircut by my barber, and then some guy walks in, some African American guy, like maybe like 45, 50. And he walks in with like a little box, and he stands right there, and he starts speaking to like everybody. He's like, "Hey guys, like, my name's Jason. Like, I know you guys don't know me, and you know, like, I'm not here like to like bother you guys. Like, I don't mean to bother you guys. You know, I was just like out here like, you know, I'm trying to help my family. Like, I don't have a job, and like anything you guys can help me with, like, I'd really appreciate it. You know, and if you choose not to help me, like, it's okay. You know, like, I still want to say God bless you guys. You know." And then he's like, "Well, like anything helps. Like if you guys want me, it's cool, you know." So then like I had my wallet on me, you know, because I always have my stuff on me. Like I never leave it on a chair or anything, like inside the barbershop, because right there where I cut it on Fraser, there's like a lot of like fools outside the liquor store that like sometimes will pass by or like walk in the fucking store. I mean the barbershop, on the corner of Fraser and Ramona, where that restaurant used to be at, the Mexican one, like
Rapa?
No, there's another one. They broke it down.
Yeah.
Fraser and Ramona. Fraser and Ramona do not cross.
Okay, which one is it? Baldwin Park? Baldwin Park and Ramona.
Ramona.
Baldwin Park and Fraser, sorry.
Urapan is way.
That's what I said.
It used to be Urapan? That's what it was called?
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah.
Urapan's there.
Oh, no, but the one that was across the street from that.
Oh, I don't know.
It was another fucking Mexican restaurant.
Ramona?
It's Baldwin Park and Fraser, fool. In the corner.
Urapan has its shopping business right here, right? There's a little restaurant next to it.
But it's not there anymore.
It's not there.
I think it burnt down or something, or it ran out of business.
No clue where you're
Okay,
at,
point is, doesn't matter.
Long story short.
So,
You guys might have your guys'
like we were giving
crossroads
like
wrong.
my barber gave money, and then some other guy was there giving money. I gave him money, and like this one starts tearing up, fool. And, like he just starts crying, like he's like, "Oh, like sorry guys, like I don't want to make a scene here, you know, but like I'm just like really like fucked up right now, like my life's hard, you know, like, and like I get it, fool. Like I mean, we don't really understand what he's going through, you know, like." Yeah, we can give him the benefit of the doubt, like, oh, this we can go get a job and shit, you know. But like we don't really know like what's going on. Like maybe he got fired or like maybe like you know something, you know. We don't know.
Like laid off or something.
Yeah, like we don't know. Like point is like, and like I was checking him out, like not like that, you know, like.
Sorry. Continue.
Like not in a bad way, but yeah, like I was looking at his shoes, like they were all torn up and shit, and his clothes, yeah.
Was it like trenches?
Yeah, and then my barber started talking to him. He was like, "Yeah, bro, like, don't worry about the situation you're in. You know, like, just you gotta keep on going, like, this and that." And then he told him like, "Oh, like, don't ask God for like more. Like, don't ask Him to give you like stuff. Don't ask Him for help. Like, just ask Him for guidance, so you know what you're doing. Like, so you know where you're going." And like I was listening to that shit, and I was like, "Damn, that's crazy." Cause then that also goes back into like what we were talking about, food, like being grateful. Like remember on the other podcast, like our first podcast, being grateful like about having a job and shit. Remember like when we were talking about Diego and like that would motivate us. So like that put me in another position too. Like I was thinking, like fuck, like that's crazy, you know. Like then I saw him walking down the street when I left. He was walking down the street. He was like, I guess gonna go ask for more help and shit.
You should have gotten his number.
I know. But I don't know. It's because he's not thinking about that, you know. Like he's thinking about like doing something else. You know, his money's somewhere else. I don't want to bother him. But yeah, that's crazy, fool. Who knows what's up with that guy? But yeah, he seemed pretty genuine, pretty pretty truthful. I mean, I believed him. Like, I mean, he sold me. I mean, if he was lying, he sold me.
He bought you.
He bought me, yeah.
Well,
bought
we
your-
had
he
a
bought your dollar.
we had a similar situation today. Remember when we were at Wingstop? The female. Just that one was.
But you can tell she was on drugs, bro.
And he saw you. He told me that he saw you.
Yeah, I saw him, yeah. But you can tell she was on drugs.
Oh, right there by Los Compadres, there was a crackhead right there because the traffic lights weren't working. And people were stopping and shit. And there's a fucking crackhead going, oh yeah, go. Like guiding us way, telling us where to go.
Oh, no
In
way.
the middle?
Like, and there's some girl.
In the middle?
No, she was like on the corner, but she was like, oh, you go, you stop, you go. Like that.
And the people were listening.
Right there by Los
People were
Compadres, right there by
actually
Linda's, right there by Linda's.
Oh, the guy?
No, it was a lady.
Oh, it was a lady. Oh,
People were actually listening.
Yeah, like she was like a fucking
That's the Matrix,
like a fucking traffic officer where, you know, they put their hands up and shit and tell you to stop, and you go like that way, same shit.
And people were running red lights.
Huh?
People were running red lights.
Well, the light didn't work.
Oh, okay. Oh, because of the okay.
So that's what I said. The traffic lights weren't working. She was fucking navigating the traffic.
Este güey no agarra la onda, güey.
No, it's because I didn't hear that part. I didn't hear that part.
No estás bien, cabrón.
I didn't hear that
I
part.
skipped 2 years, but you skipped like 10, wait, no mames.
No, you been,
I didn't hear that part. That's right.
He skipped the years he was in school way. Like that was
You should have gone and helped her.
No, that's pendejo.
I'm just saying, you should
I
have
got
gone.
things to do with.
You should have been like, hey, stop, and then like that, you know.
Este anda periqueado.
Sacó una bomba de ahí, güey.
Ahorita
Sacó
saca
una
la
bomba,
No,
güey.
but I'm just saying, an example, you should have gone and helped her.
But
No está bien.
That could give us to. Can we agree with the main cause of drugs, substance addictions, and or our mental health, environment, and a lack of perspective?
supposedly those are the top reasons in the U.S.
Why they consume drugs?
why people are so addicted to drugs or substance.
For me, it's stress.
Well, that's why. That's mental health.
Is it?
Yeah. Stress is mental health.
People take it up.
Wait. Stress is not a mental health.
Yeah,
Is it?
It is, no?
No.
So then what is it?
It's just stress.
Take an explanation, man. It's like drugs are not drugs. They're just.
Look, talking about drugs. Look at these drugs. Look at these drugs.
you decide.
Esta más planta de los dioses, güey. It's not a drug,
It's
güey.
you decide if you want to be stressed or not.
No, that's different. I think stress can happen to people. It's just like they overthink it. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why you let.
Yeah, I guess you're
But
right.
it's not a
yeah.
mental health.
What's the Russian one? I want that way.
Stress is a little bit of mental health, I feel like. But you're right. Like you let it happen to you.
Yeah.
Just like I guess like just like depression, you know?
It just depends on your day too, because you can't control how your day goes. You can't.
Yeah.
Like
No,
there's days,
No, look.
there's days that hold.
Look, you're right. Look, you can't control how your day goes,
Uh.
but you can make the best decisions
Oh yeah.
for your day to go the best possible.
But that's when. But when it comes
But
to
then,
stress,
but then look. Hold on, I'll let you talk right now.
uh,
But then look, people when they know their day is not going well, what do they say? Today's not my day.
oh yeah, right away.
Today's not
right
my
away,
day.
Right away.
And instead of being like, you know what, today is not my day, that's fine. You know, there's nothing wrong with saying that. Today's not my day, but I'm gonna make the best decisions possible to make it even better. If not, to make it less worse. Because that's what people do in general with their life, not only in a day, with their life. Because what do people do that like we know a gang of people who like, I don't want to say names, but we know a gang of people that are in situations with problems with the police, problems with the government, problems with their family. And what do they go on and do? They make more problems for themselves. They make it even worse. Instead of trying to make it better, they go and make it worse. For whatever reason. And that's something that they don't understand because they're like, oh, my life's already going this way. Like, fuck it. Like, if it happens, there's nothing to be worried about. It's no surprise. I'm already, like, in a bad path. There's a ton of vision. Instead of being like, okay, you know what? I got arrested from the police yesterday. I got out. What's something I can do today that's going to, like, prevent me from, like, getting in trouble again, you know? But people don't think that. They're like, fuck it, I'm going to just drink today. And if I drive, fuck it, they pull me over, whatever. Yesterday I got pulled over.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know who I'm talking about now?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know exactly.
Like, they don't
No.
think about the consequences. Like, they don't think long term. Like, they're just stuck in that situation. You know? But going back with drugs and substance addictions and mental health, environment, lack of perspective, I think everybody has a choice. Like I always say, everybody has a choice. You can be in like the worst environment. You can be in like the worst kind of people around you influential. You could be in the worst state of mind. You can be in the worst, I guess, perspective. But that's mostly what you need, you know. But if you really want to smoke drugs. If you really want to smoke weed or smoke cigarettes or drink alcohol or take shrooms or take cocaine, whatever the fuck, I feel like it's always your choice at the end of the day, because people tend to always think and assume that, like, oh, I'm gonna take it because I'm gonna feel better for a little while. And it's true. They might feel better for a little while.
The one excuse that a lot of people use is peer pressure, but I don't really.
I've never seen peer pressure with.
I've seen peer pressure.
You seen peer pressure?
Yeah.
Who?
I've seen it. No, not with us, but around when I was with Mike
In school?
Yeah.
Peer pressure with what?
Yeah.
For what?
Have you ever seen peer pressure?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm surprised that you haven't seen that.
I've seen it with alcohol.
Maybe
Alcohol
I've seen
with
it.
everything.
Maybe I've seen it, but I didn't.
I feel like I've done it. I've done peer pressure, but that's when I was younger. But now,
you did it to somebody?
Yeah, I did it to someone.
Oh,
which is wrong.
Fucking Buford.
That's why.
Fucking Buford.
That's why I'm saying it's
I
not.
spit. My bad.
It's not. It's not
It's
right.
el Buford, el bully.
Let me use this as an example, right? As you said that drinking or smoking drugs is a choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why does, for example, why does your dad do it then?
It's a choice. He chooses to do it. He's addicted already.
It's like someone chooses to.
Once you
here and there.
But see, that it's not a choice; it's an addiction. That's when
addiction
comes in.
But he has a choice to stop.
But that's why it's called an addiction.
Yes, but you can always stop an addiction, just like you can always stop jacking yourself off every day.
And any other addiction.
And any other addiction,
Right.
yes.
That wasn't towards. That wasn't.
Oh, te metió toda
But
la
it's a
varilla.
choice, right?
Sin lube.
Right, it's a choice.
Te metió toda la
But
varilla.
I mean,
Look, what is this guy choosing to do
Okay,
right
look.
now?
right. But why does he do it? Ask him why he did it.
Well, he just said stress.
Fucking work.
Well, that's what I'm
Hey,
saying.
wait. My parents better not see this podcast.
That's why.
Look, if there's any kids out there watching this right now, this is the prime example of a fucking. This is the start of a fucking addict. Right here. Look at this guy. He's fucking dying. Look at his fucking face.
Fuck.
I took a fat ass sip in the beginning.
That's just strong.
But yeah, I just feel. I believe, like. I mean, addictions are real, you know. Lack of all this in this paper is real. It's true. Mental health.
But just to be clear, there's different types of addictions too.
Like
Not
sex.
just drugs.
Oh yeah.
Way more
Yeah.
besides just drugs, and which might be like, for example, exercising could be an addiction, which is not bad.
Is the gym
But it's not good.
Is the gym an addiction?
Yeah. Anything can be an addiction.
Yeah,
Like making money is an addiction. I don't know if you knew.
Like, for example, you on TikTok is an addiction.
Right.
You get rid of TikTok, what are you gonna do?
I'll move on to the next platform.
No, you're not. Fool. You're gonna stress about it a little bit. You're gonna.
Well-
you're gonna.
We don't need
we don't need a fog machine.
We don't need a smoke machine.
Yeah.
We don't need a smoke machine yet.
Hey, talking about fog machine and Halloween. Have you guys experienced any paranormal experiences?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've talked about mine. Remember
Yeah.
when I told you?
You did?
Yeah, I'll say the story again for the sake of the podcast.
You said it to the podcast though?
It's a little.
Nah.
It's a little bit
Oh,
dark.
say it to
so-
the podcast.
What do you mean?
Hopefully nothing like pops up.
Nah. Stop.
Okay, let's go back to the
Oh,
story.
wait.
Hey, what'd he say?
Did you hear this fucker?
What'd he say?
So like, oh, hopefully it's so dark that nothing pops out.
Well, Jenny was getting scared earlier because he said like he saw someone.
Well, este pendejo looked behind me.
Wow,
He was
that-
scared, way.
Anyways, let me say.
Okay, let's continue with.
Let me say my story.
Yeah, I want to hear his story.
Okay.
Sure.
I once I start saying it, you're gonna remember what it is. So, when I used to work at Taco Bell, I would go in at 7, right? For me, because I was a cashier. But my mom was a manager, so she would go in at 6, and we'd go in the same car. So what I would do is we would get there at 6, and I would sleep from like 6 to like 6:45 in the car, you know, because like I don't want to go and come back, and you know, like, so I would just go with her and sleep in the car for a bit, take a nap. So when I would sleep in the car, I would sleep in the driver's seat like this, like with the seat all the way back. But eventually, I got uncomfortable, so I moved to the back seats and I would lay down like a bed. And
that's why you'd always have your blankets.
Yeah. I was on my blanket. I would have a pillow there.
Pa coger también.
Nah, I never fucked in that car or in the car in general. But anyways, since my feet would touch the door, I would always feel like on my feet. The first time I felt someone knocking like softly though, it was like super soft, but I felt it like on my feet, you know. And first time I checked and there was nobody there, and I was like, oh, it's probably a homeless or some shit, and that foot dipped, you know. And like a few days passed, and like I kept feeling little knocks, you know, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna sleep on the passenger on the drivers again, you know, like cause I feel like if like I knock on my door, I'm gonna be able to like look at them right away, like what the fuck, you know. That morning that I slept in that driver's seat again, I had not like sleep paralysis, but I was like dreaming.
Oh, sleep paralysis.
I guess yeah. But I was like aware of what was going on.
Yeah,
you know?
that's why sleep paralysis.
So yeah, okay. So I was sleeping, and then I was dreaming, right? So I'm in the driver's seat, and I see and I hear somebody with the window down on my back in my back seat, my right side. So one seat across. And I didn't have the window down, so because I didn't know I was dreaming, you know. So I thought I was awake, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I hear somebody laughing, but I could only see his waist.
No, you better.
I could only see his waist.
So I'm like, what time was this?
Like fucking 6 a.m. Like,
Dark.
but it was dark.
Oh,
Obviously in my dream it was dark, you know, because I was dreaming.
Oh, you were dreaming.
Yeah, and I thought I was homeless.
I thought it was real life.
So I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Hey, what do you want?" And from that like moment when I was like, "What the fuck do you want?" Like I switched to a whole different scene. Like it was like I went like this again, fast, like boom.
Sleep paralysis?
Yeah, like I went like this, and my body shifted through the seats, and it moved me to the back right, like passenger seat. So I went to the back, but I was like hovering. I was moving like that, boom, and I stopped right there, and the window was all the way down this time, and this fucker he was standing up, and he went down like this, and he looked at me like through the window. And then that's when I went like this, and I saw his his face was just black, like it's black, but I can see the shape of his head, like you know. So then when I looked at him like that, yeah, it was dreaming.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're already getting scared or what?
Oh no, I was just making sure because I didn't want to like.
So I went like this.
I didn't want to like.
So I went like this.
We're on the same page.
And as I went like this, like my whole body went like this now. So I was like standing, but like not really.
Fuck.
And then I was about to tell him like, "What the fuck do you want?" Like, what the fuck? Like, fuck you. Like, you know, I was getting pissed because I wasn't sure what was going on. You know, I thought this whole time I'm awake. And, like, the moment that I'm, like, about to, like... the moment that, like, I'm, like, here, like, cursing him out, like, I'm able to move my hands. But, like, only a certain range. Like, I'm, like...
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and I can't talk, though. But I know in my head I'm saying these words, you know? But he's, like, right here in, like, my face. And I'm, like, what the fuck? Like... And then, like, as soon as, like, I start concentrating on his face, boom, I wake up. And I'm just like right here in the face. I'm like,
was that real?
I'm like, what the fuck? I wake up, I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I'm like, fuck. Like the whole day, bro. Like the whole day I was working, I was just thinking about it. I was like, damn, that's crazy. I'm like I never thought like, cause like not that I was scared, but it was more like I always knew like I always knew like that shit one day was gonna come after me because like. I feel like I'm so connected to like God at times that sometimes he wants to scare me, you know, and like drive me away from God, like make me think like, oh, like God is not like he wants me to believe like, oh, like you think God's with you, but like I'm watching you, like I'm here, like don't think you're safe. But I was like, nah, like fuck that, like I was in his face, you know, like. And I felt strong, you know, like I didn't feel like I couldn't move. Like, you know how people say like, oh, I couldn't move, like, and that shit was like on top of me and I couldn't move. Like I wasn't like that. Like I was able to move. Like if I wanted to, I could have socked him, but like I couldn't reach. You know, like he was like letting me, or I don't know if he wasn't letting me, but like I was like moving, but I just couldn't reach him. And he was like right here, but I just couldn't move like that far. But I was like almost getting him, you know, like because I was pissed and like my dream, I was like, what the fuck, like what do I do?
What the fuck,
you know?
Richard?
Have you ever has anyone
Fuck the ghost?
has ever seen something
I have 2 stories for the paranormal. She's badass.
paranormal while driving?
What,
No.
driving?
Yeah.
Like seeing like a ghost on the highway or some shit.
Oh, something like that.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if this was real or not, fool.
What do you
I
mean?
was driving on the freeway like.
Oh, entonces viste a Angelito.
I was
güey.
driving on. I was driving on the freeway a while back. It was when I used to go to practice in Irvine.
Did he tell us the story?
Yeah,
No.
I think
No?
he...
Oh no, because it was a different time.
No, it's different, but it's
No,
because
no.
I was not sure if it was real or not. But this is like
How do you?
not paranormal. I'm not sure. I was like just a super dark freeway. Like I got into like an exit and it was super dark. And in the middle of the freeway, it was a car broken down with a person like outside, like in the middle, like of the two lanes, like the exit or like the entrance. But and then I just passed by, but I didn't think about it much. I thought it was like an actual person, but I wasn't sure if it was real or not.
How do you mean like if it's not real or not? Like,
Because
but no, like
what if it was fake?
like
Like what if it was paranormal? Like what if I saw something paranormal, but I didn't think about it like that?
like
What if,
it happened in real life, but you don't know if the incident was.
yeah, I don't know if that's
Yeah.
like was actually real.
What if it was a setup?
Because I saw it last minute. Like I saw it from here to the garage way when I was driving my car, so and I went like that. I went boom, and then I got back control. But then I looked and then I didn't think about it. It was just dark, and I just kept driving. But I didn't think about it too much. I just thought the person like, I don't know if it was real. Like that's why to me it was like, oh whatever. But I don't know if it was real or not. I could be wrong. It was probably like a real
I
person.
feel like me and Junior have experienced the same stories, experiences.
No,
But
mine left me fucking cold.
Well, with him it was harder because he didn't react. Me, I was that mad. I wasn't even scared. I was mad.
His fucking cholesterol level went up. With.
Everything about me, I don't know.
His blood pressure
I
don't feel-
exploded. I fucking punched the ghost. Where the fuck was looking at me?
Mm.
I closed my hand, and then all I remember is like I had my eyes open, but I remember that I couldn't move. I was like super stuck to my bed.
Mm.
I was like, nah, not today. Boom! I swung. I swing so hard, but I've never done that before.
Oh yeah.
So he was, I swung. I swung. So ya le pegó la mota, güey. No mames.
I swing.
I
Like,
swung.
bad.
What did you see? Like
The same thing you did. Black.
just black.
Black.
Yeah.
It's usually black. The person.
Yeah, it's just black. Yeah.
Yeah.
Normally like the devil. Yeah. Just
Oh,
black figure.
For mine.
That, well,
We'll say yours. Since
What
you're
is
gonna
it?
no, it's not something paranormal, but it's something related to the paranormal. But I'll let you talk first
Okay. Chingón.
because it's off topic. But
say. A ver, dilo, güey. Tu pinche historia, cabrón. Don't do drugs, kid. Look, this is private. Don't do fucking drugs.
Está quemado. Esto está bien
Eso
quemado.
me da risa, güey. No mames.
Don't do drugs.
Pinche cara de culo.
are you gonna tell your
Esto está
story or
quemado.
not?
Eso está
Then-
quemado. If you guys want to fry your brain, so you guys want to start rotting your brain. This thing.
Esto
Ah,
bien-
no mames, cabrones.
Esto bien quemado,
Ya,
güey.
cállense los cinco para hacer la vida. Hijos de
Well, we're waiting for you, cabrón.
Shut the fuck up. Alright, but yeah, I was gonna say. The whole time.
Es, güey, estás bien quemado. We don't even sound like anything.
We haven't even said
Ya,
nothing.
güey, estás bien quemado.
Let me talk. When they start laughing, I start laughing.
Let him talk. Let him talk.
No, mom.
Sí, it's him only.
Yeah, it's only you, güey.
Bien quemado, güey.
Alright, we'll let you speak. We'll let you speak.
Yeah, go away.
Oh, cause one time my mom used to fucking come late, like I was always stay up late at night playing Xbox or watching TV or whatever. And she would always grab my leg to fuck around with me and shit. And she's like, Junior, go to sleep, a la verga. And that was like three or four nights in a row. She kept doing that shit. But the night that the paranormal happened shit, I was watching scary shit, you know? And I was basically fucking more like welcoming that type of spirit, you know?
You were getting that energy.
And then like I always had my legs sticking out when I was a kid, and I feel like she grabbed my leg again, and I was like, Ma, and then I look and she's not there, cause she would usually crawl into my room and grab my feet, just grab it, and I would look and be like, and she always tell me something, but this time I was like, Ma, and then I look and no one's there, but I felt like someone grabbed my ankle and pulled me in, kind of pulled me in, but kind of gave me a push.
Eso no está bien.
No, yeah, that's crazy.
And then I saw one like your guys', but that shit rushed me.
Oh yeah.
I feel like the rush is worse.
Like no, I was asleep
walking.
and I thought it was you at the door because it was dark, and the TV was on, so you could just see your shadow. And then I was like, "Okay, what do you want?" And I see how she just run at me, and then come on, I was in a sleep paralysis mode, so I couldn't move my arms. My arms were like this. So the only thing I could do was just like turn my head when that was about to punch me, and then that fool just says, "Oh, you're very lucky," but like in a dark, like demonic voice. And I was saying this way, no está bien eso. No.
Aside from Junior's time about the paranormal dreaming, do you think dreaming, when you dream, right? Is it related to
something's gonna happen to you?
No. Is it related to like something else? Like
it's another dimension,
basically?
like another universe.
Like they say when you get hiccups, it's someone in the parallel universe getting like pumped back to life.
No mames, eso es otro pedo.
I know, that's like a stupid conspiracy.
Well, I heard.
It's like if you shit, you're fucking someone in the paranormal universe.
Someone's getting a heart attack.
Sí, güey.
And so another universe gets
O cuando me echo un pedo, someone passed by me or something, güey. Oh, I'm letting out a ghost, güey.
They say that when you remember your dreams, it's a message or something like that.
It's called deja vu.
No, it's a deja vu when you're awake and you see something, but you're seeing it.
Yeah, but you dreamt about it, yeah.
Yeah. Like you
or like if you don't remember your dream, it's because it's gonna happen some point in your life. Like if you remember, like, oh, I dreamt about something last night, but I don't remember exactly what it was. It's because eventually in your life it's gonna happen.
But if you dream about it but you remember it, I heard it's a message.
Nah, or yeah, I guess.
Well, that's what I heard. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Because like I don't want to talk about death or anything like that, but rest in peace to Diego. I think I told you guys a story, or I told my girl. It was like a week before his funeral, and or I think after, a week after. I don't remember exactly. Right. Point is, I had a dream that I was walking somewhere on the street, like on the sidewalk, like I was out with my girl or something like that. I don't remember, right? And I got a phone call saying like, hey, like your mom's gone and shit.
I told about this.
And like I was like on the phone and I was like, what the fuck? Like, who the fuck's calling me? Like, why the fuck you guys saying that shit? And they're like, nah, like chill, like we're telling you the truth, like this is so and so. Like I don't remember who it was, but they were like, yeah, your mom's gone, bro. Like she's in the hospital and like she's dead. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, who the fuck is calling me? Like I was like, stop fucking playing with me, like. And I hung up, and then I get a message or whatever. Like somebody tells me again, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like I just started crying, like in my dream, like I was yelling, like, what the fuck? Like no, like I couldn't believe I was in my dream, you know, like. And then I woke up and I was like, fuck, like what does that mean, like, you know, like I was kind of scared for, and I was like kind of sad because I was like, fuck. And then like that made me like I miss my mom more, you know, like I miss her now, like I miss her more, like I want to see her, like, because I was scared, like what if that's like telling me like today she might die, or like she might die tomorrow, or like if you don't see her, like she's gonna die.
Are you scared of that?
No, I'm not scared to die. Like I'm not scared to die, but like obviously I'm scared like what can happen to the people that know me, you know, that I've interacted with, you know. Like if I die, I die. Like what do you like? There's nothing I can do. I can't prevent myself from dying, you know. Like it's gonna happen to everybody. Like I'm not saying like if there's a guy outside right now with a fucking gun, I'm gonna go and tell him, hey, kill me. No, obviously I'm gonna do whatever it takes to survive as a regular person, you know, like regular survival, common sense.
¿Estás bien, güey?
Yeah. You know, but I am not like afraid of like seeing death, like, but like I'm like,
what do you mean
like,
with seeing death?
Like having like my family pass away, you know, like I'm not afraid of that because I know eventually everybody dies, you know, like I'm saying, but like obviously like it's gonna suck, you know.
It is.
But I feel like people that worry about death are never focused in the like about life. They're like just concerned about like, oh, what if I die? What if I die? When am I gonna die? How could I die? How am I gonna die? Or like, you know, like.
And those are the people that don't die. Those are the people that don't die. They dodge death in so many ways where they don't die, and they're the ones that wish for it the most.
Nah.
Because it's not fun when you ask for it. Way.
Still awake.
That's how it makes it seem.
Yeah,
those who wish for it don't get it, but those who don't wish for it get it.
Yeah.
Well, people that are living their best life are the ones that get it.
Honestly, that is.
It just comes to everybody. It doesn't matter who you are, what you've done, if you're a good person, if you're a bad person, if you have $1 million, if you're dirt broke, if you've helped millions of people, if you haven't helped nobody, if you live with your parents, if you don't live with your parents, any circumstance, it doesn't matter. Death is gonna come to everybody, and everybody's life is already written.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Everybody's life's already written.
Hey, who the fuck read his life way?
I don't know. I don't know, way, but
I don't know about
I don't know, way, but I'm pretty sure that day Snoop Dogg and Jesus were fucking high. Way. I'm pretty sure that day Snoop Dogg and Jesus were high.
Time about
Yeah, way,
about
and they wrote this was live.
about your having your life written. I don't know about that.
What do you mean? Your life's already written. Everything you've already been through, and everything that you're gonna go through, it's already written. It's already written. You cannot.
It's not physically written, but it's like
it's like it's meant to happen already. Your life. God already knows where you're gonna be in 20 years. God already knows where you're gonna be in 30 years. God already knows where He's gonna be in 10 years. God knows what I'm gonna do next week. or if you don't want to say God because you don't believe in God, okay, the highest being, the highest form, the highest being, it already knows. No, I know, but for people,
estoy basado en la casa por being a pedophile, way. Who's gonna be locked up in prison 20 years, way?
But okay.
But then I also want to talk about, like, now that we're talking about life, right? There's this topic here that I guess kind of doesn't really, like, it's not similar, it doesn't have much in common. But then it says right here on the paper, right? I typed it. It says, how can someone invest in their education and dream job while neglecting their health? And then the example says, a nurse at McDonald's.
A nurse at McDonald's.
Yes. Let me explain my story. Right. I was at work the other day. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have lunch that day. Right. So I went to McDonald's and I bought a breakfast deluxe and I ordered for them too. You know. So we were all gonna eat.
Okay.
And I see a nurse. I see a nurse coming out of McDonald's with his coffee and a juice and like something to eat, obviously, you know, in his bag. Okay. And it got me thinking. I was like, how is it that a nurse
He's fat as fuck?
And he was fat. Yeah, he was fat.
Oh. Huh?
How is it that a nurse that studied and invested in his education and studied in his profession, his job, how is it that they cannot invest in their body? And they studied their, like, I'm pretty sure a nurse studies the body, right? Like, what's good to consume, what's not good to consume.
Well, but let me start.
And I was out before you start, and I was telling Edgar and Junior, like, maybe that day he was in a rush, maybe he didn't get lunch, but I was like, he's a little chunky, so maybe he's not. And he looked relaxed. He looked like fine, like he wasn't in a rush, you know.
Well,
what's your excuse?
Not my excuse, but what if he? Okay. Because I don't know how to say it.
I'm gonna secondhand smoke.
No.
Give me a fucking speak.
And the which I'm pretty sure you know about this because your girl wants to be a nurse, right?
No, she wants to be a dental hygienist.
Oh, but it's kind of related to that field.
Uh-huh.
There's different types of medical professions. What if he wasn't a nurse?
He was dressed as a nurse. Okay.
There's like a doctor.
Okay.
There's
okay, that's even worse.
Wait.
If he's a
Let's
doctor.
explain it differently. A doctor, nurse, whatever you want to call it, they're supposed to show us the example of health because that's their profession, health.
That's what got me thinking too, because he said an example. So what do you look at in a doctor when they tell you, hey, eat this instead of this, and you look at him and he's fat as fuck. How are you gonna take advice from someone that doesn't even look like they take care of themselves?
But what if it's genes comes from
No. Empieces con esas mamadas.
Okay, wait. Okay, hold on.
Don't start with that shit.
Okay, you're right.
I'm so lost. I don't know what's going on.
Hold on.
It's something that.
It's okay. He's right. If it's in your genes, okay. Let's say it's in your genes. It's in your genes. Okay. Let's say this fucking example. It's the same thing. All right. Let's say your parents are not the best looking, right? Your parents are a little ugly. Okay.
That's different.
No. Listen.
How's that different?
That's
no,
nuts.
it's not. Listen.
No,
let me explain.
Only about
No. Let me explain.
Okay,
it goes the same thing. It's a good example. Okay. Your parents are not the best looking, and you come out a little like,
whatever.
Right. But you choose to not care about the way you dress. You choose to not care about the way you look, the way you shower, the way you carry yourself. You don't comb your hair. Right? Tell me, would that person look as bad if they dressed better, they showered, they smelled good, they did their hair every day? Even if their shoes were a little dirty, you try to clean it a little bit, you keep yourself organized. That person wouldn't look as bad, So you don't have an excuse of genes. Because you can be the ugliest person, but you can dress and have your life together really good. and that makes you more attractive. That makes you look more.
You
know what I'm saying?
It's like we see in Asian. He explains to be in
I get
Harvard
what
or
you're
some
saying,
shit.
But at a point,
That's why.
Doesn't work.
Yeah,
Doesn't
and
work.
then that's why I'm saying with jeans.
Okay, but okay.
You can have the worst jeans. You can be the skinniest person. You can be the fattest person, shortest, tallest, weakest,
The widest.
strongest, widest. It doesn't matter. You can improve your body. You can always look at the bright side.
Right.
You know? So there's no fucking excuse way. My point is,
It's like when you're rich, but you're supposed to be happy.
how can you invest in your job, career, your life, profession, and you go and eat at McDonald's? And now if people want to come at me, hey, you're eating at McDonald's too? Okay, but do I make $100,000 a year as a nurse?
As my profession.
Is my fucking profession based on my health? No. You know?
Yeah.
Do I fucking win $100,000 a year? No. Maybe if I did win $100,000, I'm not gonna say I'm never gonna eat McDonald's again, because obviously you're gonna fucking want some chicken nuggets here and there. You know, a Happy Meal for you, gordito. But
jumbo fries.
but then that also goes like, you know what I'm trying to say.
No, I get that.
But I want to know what do you think?
That's like I told
Tell
you
me.
when you said it's like a cop could be an alcoholic. You know.
Yeah, and then he said a cop can also be an alcoholic, and we were all saying that's true. A cop can be a criminal. You know, they don't necessarily have to be. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't necessarily have to be a hero at the end of the day, because not all cops are like that.
Right.
You know, not all cops are nice. Not all cops, you know.
But then it comes back to the nurse.
But then it comes back to this nurse thing. So, I feel like you're a nurse, man. You win good money. You know, you can invest in your body. At the end of the day, that's my argument.
We're saying if it's worth it or not, or is it just?
I think it's like
You think it's
But
worth?
but remember,
I think if you're gonna invest in something, as in like that's gonna make you money, invest in yourself too.
but
you know?
they also, I mean, I don't work in a nurse or in that field, but I mean they work long hours too,
Okay.
right?
Yes, we understand that, and all
yeah,
of us.
I knew you were gonna say that. Too.
All of
I
us
knew,
work-
yeah.
All of us work long hours, or at least
Majority of the
Juanito.
people.
Yeah,
Majority of the people work.
Majority of
long
the people
hours.
work long hours. Okay, whatever.
Right.
What about weekends?
But see, when I don't know how a nurse.
They don't work 24/7.
Well, no,
That's for sure.
but they work.
They don't work 24/7
Unless they're a surgeon, Unless they're a surgeon.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, yeah,
I
no.
see surgeons go
Yeah.
like 30,
No,
30
that's
hours.
why-
You know, that's different.
Ah.
That's different.
No, so we don't.
Right, but
Yeah, that's just crazy.
those consume drugs, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do. I'm
It's
pretty sure they do.
cool. I will.
I'm pretty sure they do.
No.
sorry,
I'm
bro.
pretty sure
I'll
they
sleep
do.
for a day. I start seeing shit waiting for 6 hours. I don't sleep. I start seeing shit waiting.
Right, but I
Imagine
mean,
those fools.
I don't know.
Inject themselves with medicine and shit.
No, so much yeah.
I don't know.
I just feel like there's no excuse.
Do no excuse.
Honestly, there's no excuse for anything.
Right.
No excuse for anything. There isn't. And a lot of people then that goes to this, why is it that the world has become more soft and vulnerable? Because look, everybody has an excuse nowadays. Everybody has a fucking excuse nowadays, Angelito. Tell me. Like the other day, I was hearing this fucking, I don't know, I was hearing some shit about, no me acuerdo what it was. It was like some fucking two parents. I don't know where they're from. They're white. I don't want to sound racist, but they were white.
Caucasian.
And yeah, Caucasian, and
I think it's the appropriate word. But.
and thank you, Angelito. Caucasian, and they came out on the news and they were stating that their 6-month-old baby was already identifying itself as
I
a
think I
female,
saw that.
as a female or something like that, or as a male,
I think I saw
as
that.
the opposite gender.
Right.
And I was like, what the fuck?
I think it was on YouTube.
I saw it on Instagram.
Oh, I saw it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I think it was.
And
Unless
then,
it was a different.
This is another reason why I stay off the fucking internet, because this stupid shit pops up on my shit. I don't fucking know why, but this is why I don't like watching the internet. But my point is, tell me, if someone goes up to them and tells them, hey, the fuck are you guys talking about? That's fucking retarded.
What?
You're stupid.
But then after here comes with the wait.
Uh-huh.
But then after here comes with the they, their, the other there.
The pronouns?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Fool. Like, why is it that the world is so soft and vulnerable now? Like, anything that anybody wants to be or
Or
represent.
like he,
I'm not trying to get into that food because I don't want to talk about that shit. I don't want to talk about all that shit because I don't want to be fucking.
But there's also
people over here telling me shit that you shouldn't talk about that. Blah blah blah. But my point is about the world, and it goes also not only with that, but it goes with people how they raise their kids nowadays. Example here, right? I'm not saying any names. This kid disrespects his mom. This kid disrespects his parents, and you know what they do? Nothing. Tell me. I don't know about you, Angelito. I don't know, right? But I'm talking about me, Edgar Jr., and then Orlando Oswald, and then Michael, because I know them very well. And then obviously my family, and then my girlfriend as well, and a few other people. Mm-hmm. Tell me, if you were 7 years old, 8 years old, 9, even 10 years old, obviously until you're like a grown man, right? And your dad or your mom tells you to do something, and you're like, no pendejo. Tell me, what is the first thing that they're going to do? Edgar Jr., tell me. If you were to tell your fucking dad or your mom that.
Not every kid's the same, though.
This I know, but just listen. Tell me. What do you think is the first thing that's going to happen?
What did your dad do?
I'm saying it if I had a child. In my perspective.
Oh.
Wait. Let me hear this. Wait. No. Because there's programs out there such as, like, boot camp, per se.
Look,
that you can send your child, and then
look. I never went to fucking boot camp, and I never called my mom. Well, I called her out of anger. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a fucking perfect kid. I was not a perfect kid. I'm not gonna say I never told my mom this and that. Obviously I told her shit before, and I've called her names. But if she was telling me something nicely, and out of random, I'm just gonna be like, no, fucking pendeja or stupid or whatever fucking word you want to say, like, that never came out of me like that. You know what I mean? Like, out of anger, like, if she's telling me, get the fuck out of my house or something like that, like, I'm gonna react different, But if there's things that are going on, like, and it has nothing to do with you fucking having to react a certain way and disrespect someone, like,
in my perspective,
that's horrible, fool. I didn't go to boot camp, and look how I turned out. I respect my mom now. I love her, My dad, the same thing.
But do you respect others?
Yeah. Who do I not respect? To who?
Do you know who?
To who? To Angelito?
To everyone, way. It's sometimes
okay. Give me an example.
Oh, there's a lot.
There's a lot.
Okay, I want to know. Okay, I want to know. Like, tell me, bro.
I'm not gonna.
We're not gonna
tell
me.
me.
We're not. I don't go down the list.
We're not here to tell you
no.
what you're doing wrong.
I know.
We're just telling you.
I agree though.
We've heard, especially me, because I'm with you a lot. That you do say some things that are not right to your elders.
But to who?
I'm not gonna tell you who. That's not my spot.
What do you mean if I'm asking you, motherfucker?
No, it's not my spot to tell you. You're supposed to learn it on your own. You're supposed to be like, you're supposed to get in your car one day and you'll be like, oh fuck, I actually said that.
What do you mean?
Wait.
Okay, if you're not gonna tell me, Angelito, can you at least tell me one?
Angelito.
I want to know one. Like, I want to know a situation maybe that I didn't realize. Like you guys are saying.
Well, it's majority of them. To be honest.
Okay, tell me.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
you give one example.
Basically, it's like, no one's perfect, and we all have to learn.
No, I know, but I want to know because maybe I think in the moment I'm like just like being stupid or funny or whatever you want to say.
There's a difference between.
And then no, that's why I'm telling you I don't realize it. Maybe then you guys are like, what the fuck? Like, why would he say that? You know what I mean? Like, maybe you guys are looking at it different than when I say it. Maybe I'm saying it, but you guys are receiving it a different way.
Okay, I see it like when you tell my dad viejito. I see it as a joke, right? I see it as a joke. But in my dad's head, he thinks that like disrespect because he's not. He didn't grow up like that, like how we grew up. But he sees it like, oh, this fucker's like he's disrespecting me because he's supposed to respect me. I'm older. That's how he sees it. But that's just one. Like I know of others, but that's not my fellow.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't have the balls or what?
Oh, I don't know. There's a lot.
I had a feeling you were gonna say about your dad though. I had a feeling. I kind of had a feeling. Yeah.
There's a lot. I mean,
but you can't fucking say one. Or you can't think of one.
I mean, I'm not really thinking of one. But there's a lot.
You said there's a lot, but...
Yeah, but...
Eso está bien enfermo.
I can't. I don't know.
Dale el pinche churro a este güey. Dale el churro. Dale el churro para que su pinche mente se abra, güey.
Well, I would have to look for...
If they already say that you use 60% of your brain, this motherfucker uses 20%.
There's a lot. But, okay. But back to his...
Like that? Something like that or what? That's culero or what?
back to my question. Or back to the topic. Well, I mean, a majority of the kids I see, they don't tell their parents stuff like that.
Wait, but it's not in public. Wait.
Oh, well, I don't know. I mean,
it's not in public. And there's a lot
even in public or private, I don't really.
There's a
see
lot
kids.
of things.
When I was younger, my mom told me this story. I don't remember this story, but she told me that we were in the bus, and the driver told my mom, "Oh, calme su niño," because I was jumping around. And the bus was already on drive, and I was all like, "Estate en paz." She sat me down, and then I slapped her hard, but everyone heard.
Oh yeah,
I slapped her hard, and she said that she didn't do nothing at the moment, but when I got home, holy fuck, she beat the fuck out of me.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And people like parents nowadays, they wouldn't do that no more.
Right.
A lot of parents, if we go out to the streets, and the modern parents, I'm talking about modern parents.
Oh no, eso no está bien.
We go ask them, hey, like, what do you do when your son like acts up? Well, I just ground them, or I take their device away.
And they give it back. Or like if they take it away and they start crying the whole day. Ya no lo aguanto.
Yeah.
Se lo voy a dar a su calle.
Yeah.
And that was different before. That was different. You know what my mom would make me do, fool? She'd be like, o te callas, cabrón, o te va a ir peor de hace rato.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be worse if you don't stop right now.
But then,
I'm going to give you a reason to cry.
But then after...
I wouldn't believe her, no. But after that day, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna shut up. Fuck that. I'm not gonna do that shit no more."
But look. Talking to that topic, but then it comes back to there's laws now that compared to back.
Because the world is more vulnerable now, and more soft. It's more soft now.
Back then,
now you hit your kid, you can go to fucking prison with.
That's what I'm saying. There's
back
laws
then,
that change.
And because the schools influence them, hey, your parents hit you, tell us.
Yeah.
Your parents hit you, tell us.
You know what happened? I have another one. I was already in school. I was in middle school. And my dad, he used to tell me a lot of things. And one day I got mad. I'm like, no, pégame, pero mañana le voy a llamar a la policía. I told him, yo le voy a llamar a la policía. He got his phone. He's all like, llámelas ahorita, cabrón, y te voy a dar una putiza. And I was like, no, mejor no.
I did that one time too.
Yeah, I did that. He did that. I think he did that too. Because we got that from school.
Yeah.
School told us, hey, if your parents hit you, call the police.
Yeah.
They told us that.
They tell you. They tell you that shit. They tell you that shit.
And our parents are like, oh, where did they get that from? But they don't understand that it comes from school.
My little sister used to do that to my mom a lot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she still, maybe not no more, but she used to do it a lot. Because my little sister was a rebelde fool. Like before, maybe a little bit now, but not as much as before. She would talk to my mom a lot, like talk back to her a lot, disrespect and not listen. And my little sister, like when she like starts to argue with you, like she just keeps it going. Like she just keeps it going. Like she doesn't stop. And that's something that my little sister never understood. That when my mom would just tell her, "Be quiet, or I'm gonna hit you." And my little sister, instead of just being quiet and listening, she'd be like, "Pégame." She'd be like, "I'm gonna keep going. Pégame. I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna tell school." And when my mom heard that shit, and el pinche hocico, like,
yeah, seco.
But like this, like she smacked her at the same time and covered her mouth and fucking like pulled her down way and beat the fuck out of her way.
Oh, like Junior.
And my mom's already old way. My mom's already old, and my little sister was like 17, 16. Well, no, she's 17. So 16, 15, 14, 13. And my mom's already old way, So my mom to fucking react like that way.
Yeah, Junior casi lo
my
traían como en
mom was pissed way.
Kicks and everything.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I got kicks.
There was one time where that shit happened, and then after the putiza, my little sister was like, "Why are you hitting me?" After she had already told her like, "Pégame" and shit, and after she'd be like, "Why are you hitting me?" Like, what the fuck, like
Junior, well, Junior, he never cried. He never once cried, but he's all like, "Ya pues, ya estuvo."
I'm like, "Ya pues, ya la verga, ya."
That's enough. I learned my lesson. That's enough.
Like, I understood. I understood.
At first, obviously.
You know what I did at first? Because I hit it with the tablas, and I put blocks in my ass. So when the motherfucker hit me, like, "Pégame, pendejo. Pégame más." Until he found out, that nigga hit me more times. He doubled the kill.
No, I remember one time I was playing my PS3 and I used to have like I used to have a bunk bed and I used to sleep on the bottom, and I used to have like a little mueblecito kind of like this, but it was facing like the length like that. So I had like a little TV, like a little one like this, with like a computer stand drilled into it, because it was possible to do like that. And my PS3 had on the side, and I would play like this.
Your TV was drilled into a stand?
Yeah, it was some paisa shit that my dad created for me, so it wouldn't like be leaning on something, you know. So he put it in something.
No.
Hey, I was in the trenches. That was the only thing I could get.
That shit was a billboard. That shit was a billboard.
Hey, okay. and
That shit was a billboard.
and long story short,
that way. I'm alright.
long story short,
Did the TV ever fall?
nah. Well, that's what I'm getting to my point. Let me speak. Let me speak, motherfucker. Let me speak. Chill. Let me speak.
I can't fucking
Cálmate. No te vayas a atacar un poquito, cabrón. Cálmate. Ya.
I've never heard of that.
No, it's because the monitor, it had like things so you can drill it to the wall, to like the ceiling, so it can like turn and stuff.
Yeah.
So it had different like screw-ins. But my dad like got an idea because we had a computer that didn't work anymore, so he took off the bottom thing and he put it on like my little thing right there.
How does that work?
Oh, just imagine it. Yeah.
Just imagine
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Just imagine it, right?
It worked.
It works.
Su padre es Bill Gates, güey. No.
Okay, continue.
Steve Jobs.
Oh yeah, Steve Jobs.
He's gonna be
My story was.
He's gonna be the next Mark Zuckerberg.
BG Elon Musk.
my story was that my story was that
Oh, fuck.
that I was playing right video games, blah blah, and my dad tells me, hey, you need to do this, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll go right now. 20 minutes later, hey, I already told you need to do this. Oh, okay, I'll go right now. Third time, he barges into my room. Hey, I fucking told you to do this. When are you gonna do it? And I got up and I was like, and I yelled at him. I was like, I'm gonna fucking do it right now. And I didn't notice that because I was looking at him. I was looking at his face. So we were making eye contact. That he had the belt in his hand. He went like that. He just picked up his hand and I saw it. And I was like, puta madre. And I just see that fool go like that.
Yeah, so that.
And I dodged away. But what was behind me? My fucking TV, my PS3. And I dodged it. I go, boom. And I just see that fool go like full like swing. Boss. And it broke. And that fool looked at me. After he did it, he went like that. And he looked at me. He's like, ahora sí, cabrón. Vas a ver. And I had no shirt because I would always take no shirt.
No,
so I didn't have a shirt. And I was like,
No.
or I take it in the front or I take it in the back. So I went like that, like I turned my body and I just had an X on my back for like a full hour. I had an X on my back. That went bah. That fool left. I had an X on my back.
And it pops out of your skin, huh?
Yeah, it was
That shit
swollen.
hurts.
Yeah. Pinche cuero de.
Oh, yeah.
Pinche cuero. Cuero de chivo.
Cuero de chivo.
That shit
I
was
had that shit on my legs, wait. I always get hit in the leg.
No, those pains.
Oh, they have
Those
the
pains are never gonna go away.
They never go away, but then now if I feel it, it's like,
It's whatever. Yeah.
I get pissed off because the kids after me didn't get that shit. No, eso no está bien.
Now, Angel, did you ever get hit by your parents?
No.
That explains everything, güey. Pero está bien pendejo, no mames. Didn't fucking smack that fool in the head when he's over to solve his math problem.
So
They
let's
smack that fool.
move on to the next topic.
See or no? The Mexican moms with fucking yellers or make us cry when we do math problems, güey.
Well, I was good. I was always good at math.
Oh, you didn't go to our struggle.
What I was not good at, or I didn't like to do, was read.
No, so me, I was the opposite. I like reading and I didn't like doing
No,
math.
I love doing math. I would do
I
that
don't
shit.
like- I don't like reading.
That was the first thing I did for homework,
Oh,
and then that was the first thing I did for homework. And then when I was reading, I would just lie to my parents, "Oh, ya leí," until the fucking teacher snitched on me. They said, "No está leyendo, no está leyendo." And then that's when they would sit me down on the fucking table, and they'd be like, "I'm gonna sit right here until you start reading, and then I want you to read out loud." And you know how you had those fucking bookmarks and shit, and they're like, "Aquí quiero ver ahí lo que estás leyendo." Even though my dad and my mom didn't understand what the fuck I was saying, but they can tell by the letters, like, you know, like, okay, maybe he's, like, you know? So they would make me go like this, with the fucking bookmark and shit. Oh my god, I hated that
The
shit.
bookmark, I remember that shit.
And then there were some words, obviously, like, I'd be like,
What
Well, see,
And then they'd be like, no sabes leer inglés o qué, cabrón? And I'd be like, I just make up a word. I'd be like how we're reading right now. Let's say like, how can someone invest in their education? Like, if I didn't know education, I'd be like, blah blah. And I just like, cause I actually didn't know the word. And I'd be like, fuck, like if I don't say something, they're gonna think I'm stupid, you know. So I had to like improvise.
it's digital now.
Huh?
It's really digital. They read it digital.
Oh, like the audiobook?
Yeah, similar to that.
I know my
Kids,
girl's little brother carries around an iPad for school now. Well, he goes to a private school, the St. John's, so they provided them with the iPad.
A la verga. Puta madre.
No. Eso no está bien.
I know.
Eso no está
What does they
bien.
barely give us a pencil? We'll give them tablets. A la verga.
What I feel like,
But again, it's a private
I was gonna get somebody on the podcast that actually went to private school and then went to public school, and he said that, yeah, you're less vulnerable to things like drugs and things about that stuff, but he says that also like, and honestly like, the way he lives, like the way I see him, it explains a lot like why he went to private school, because this fool is something else. Like,
Well, remember, in private school,
he's some guy and like
You
I
have
don't
to-
know, like he just doesn't.
He wouldn't fit in like in the real hard world.
Like no, cause he has his job. I'm not gonna say what he works for, but I'm gonna say one thing. His job is just walking and taking care of something. So he's just walking around taking care of it. He doesn't actually do fucking labor or anything like that, cause he doesn't like to. He said that job is not for him. That labor is not for him. And that like already to me is like.
I know him?
No,
Oh,
that to me is already like that mentality is like what the fuck like.
well, I mean, in private school, you had to pay thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I know.
But that's what I'm
Well, that's why it's
saying.
called private school.
That's
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, well, for example, like where your girlfriend's brother goes, I think you pay like what, 1K, maybe more. I mean, last I heard it was.
I think it's
1K.
300.
Yeah, but
I
like-
think it's 300 a month.
Yeah, but what's the difference?
It's not
honestly?
1K a month. There's no way they can afford 1K a month.
I
fool.
think.
Unless
maybe.
it's going into fucking debt as a loan.
Maybe.
I
I don't know, that's crazy,
That's
though.
what I heard. I don't know if it's accurate, but
That's
again,
not okay.
I never looked into it, but I know it's pretty expensive at least St. John's.
But
Maybe
like,
the bucks.
Maybe I don't
Maybe with all the
know.
books.
but like, what's the
Yeah.
difference? Like, what do you think is the difference? Like,
It's
like they learn the same shit, but what's the difference?
They don't learn the same nothing because they don't learn the same shit
Talk
because
about that. Let me look it up.
like education wise they learn the
Curiosity
same
about
stuff.
it.
Yeah, like,
I think education wise they learn the same stuff, math, English, whatever. But then
But,
supposedly they try to add in God and all that shit and like I don't
But
know.
I heard that private school fools son más maniacs than public.
como maniacs.
Que no están bien. Están bien quemados.
I don't know. I just feel like there's not much of a big difference. Like, there's no point in you paying for a school if I don't know. I mean, if your kid's gonna end up misbehaving, eventually they're gonna do it anyways. You know, like you can't stop that from happening. You cannot prevent it. There was literally this thing the movie that I watched today. It's Fatherhood, it's by Kevin Hart, and because his wife died and he had a baby, and then obviously the wife's parents were telling him something. The grandpa was like, if there's one thing about being a parent is that you're never gonna be perfect and accept it. Things are gonna happen that you can't control.
Can I stop you there? So just for the private school registration is about is about 100.
A month?
No, to
just
register.
Register.
It's $100
just to register. It's just 100
And monthly?
Oh, I'm trying to figure that out right now. I can't find it, but
Supposedly that I heard it was like 300, unless it gone up throughout the years of fucking the recession and.
Pinche, ya se puso.
But-
Ya pushing too or what?
But I wanted to talk about something else. Also talking about all this stuff.
this one says for the highest grade offered is 4,300.
That's like high school, I think.
Which is
maybe.
about 333 students.
high school and maybe.
With a student teacher of radio.
That per
21.
student?
That's probably college or university.
What do you mean? It says tuition is 400 for the highest grade offered.
Hey, but for them to go, they must be taught to make more than that, no?
That's through their whole school from K to 8th. That's how much it's gonna cost them,
I doubt it. Let me look into it. Let me see.
or how much it costs for the year.
I think that's how much it costs for the year. Oh, it's a yearly tuition with 4,300.
Oh,
Oh, a year?
Yeah. So
oh
you
no.
divided by 12, that's about 358.
That's crazy.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
But back to what I was
What
I
you
wanted to
say?
mention. I wanted to mention this topic that I wanted to ask you guys on. It's literally, what's your biggest motivation or inspiration currently?
Oh, you don't want to know.
Oh, what the fuck?
So let's go. Hold on. So let's go from Junior to over here.
What was the question again?
So it's what? What's,
And then after you tell me,
hey, chill.
Cállate los hocico.
What's your biggest motivation or inspiration currently?
My biggest motivation, inspiration?
Like realistically, like not some bullshit. Like realistically, like dead ass, real shit.
I don't even know.
No mames, cabrón. No me digas esas cosas, güey.
No, but my biggest inspiration, to what, to work harder or like?
Anything, like just in your life, like what motivates you right now, like, or what inspires you.
I mean, you could say,
No, tú cállate los hocico, pendejo.
I mean,
Alito, you're gonna talk right now, chill.
but
Che, mañana, cállate los hocico, güey.
I'm trying to ask a question here.
okay.
I want an answer. That's why I want to know what Junior.
I don't know, wait, to be honest.
No, you don't know.
I mean,
Motivation and inspiration?
I could say it for you.
Just to get the fuck out of BP, to be honest.
Yeah, just make it out.
Just keep grinding until you get out of here.
Yeah. So just like more like a come up kind of like making it out sort of.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I feel like my biggest inspiration and motivation right now is my family. My mom, my dad, my nieces, my sisters, and obviously like myself, you know. Mostly my family.
I guess motivation.
Hey, real shit! Come on.
I didn't even say anything.
I'm thinking about it.
Let me
Well,
see,
answer it.
Oh, wow, I haven't even got into the question.
I already asked it 3 times. Wait,
Well, because he interested. What do you want me to do? Want to talk over him? What is my biggest motivation or inspiration currently? Let me see. What is my biggest? I don't know. That's a good question.
I feel like this was a mistake.
It sounds like this, or like this, sounds like this. Jotolón, that's what it sounds like right now.
No, I don't know. That's a good question. Let me see. I don't know.
Identifying yourself as a gender, maybe finally, or having an identity, maybe. Well, then no, you don't.
Well, I don't know. It's because I don't know.
Look, people.
I don't see
Whoever's watching this,
I don't see it like.
this is number 1 priority. You don't even know yourself.
No, I just don't.
You don't even know what you want. You don't even know what motivates you.
Well,
That's a problem. You know that, right?
not that what motivates.
That's a problem. You know that, right? I'm asking you something. You know that, right? That's a problem.
Well, no,
Because without motivation and without something to inspire you,
but I said
you're comfortable where you are. You know that, right?
no.
You're comfortable.
I mean, but
And what does that song say, Junior?
Bitch, don't get too comfortable.
Don't get too comfortable.
no, but it's because I don't know. I don't know what inspires me. I don't know.
That's
or
why you're
motivates me.
comfortable, because you're happy and you're satisfied with what you have, because you're not looking for more.
Like what you have right now is enough for you.
Yeah, that's what you're telling me right now.
Well,
Like your lifestyle right now is that's good enough for you to be happy.
well, yeah, basically.
Well, not only lifestyle, but
Like the
but
way
like,
you are.
look, this is what I said. I said my family first before I said myself, because I don't want my mom, I don't want my dad, I don't want my sister working forever. You want your parents working forever till they die?
Well,
So didn't that be something to motivate you then?
Este güey le vale verga,
Fucking
güey.
idiota.
No, no.
You want your parents to give you money and give you for gas and give
No,
you to
no.
eat all the fucking time?
No.
Like, don't you want to see them eat out of your plate one day?
Well, I mean, with this economy, I don't think we're gonna get anywhere. Inflation's pretty high, but
Inflation is higher than your dreams then? Is that what you're telling me? Inflation is higher than your inspiration and your motivation?
well, I don't know. I don't.
That's what you're telling me right now. That
Wait,
inflation is higher than your
let me
dreams and
answer the
aspirations.
question. Okay, I'll answer your question. My biggest motivation or inspiration is, well, I don't have a particular one, to be correct.
So what inspires to wake up every day?
What inspired me?
Besides how
Nothing
outside.
way. He just fucking gets up to fucking just to wake up way. He just wakes up to breathe way. He wakes up every day just to make sure he's still breathing way. Just to make sure he still has 2 legs way.
That's my answer. I don't have a particular motivation or inspiration.
Well, I'm gonna give you some advice, and I'm gonna give everybody some advice.
Well,
Whoever's
no,
watching
well-
this shit, if you do not have inspiration or any sort of fucking motivation, There's a fucking problem with your life.
Wait, but I never said I didn't have one.
No, you don't have one, way. You
I
would have
said
told
I-
me it. You
I
would have
didn't-
told me it. You don't have one.
I
You
didn't
don't have
have
one,
a-
way.
I didn't-
You don't have one, way. And everybody that's gonna watch this shit is gonna comment or tell me that fucker doesn't have one.
I don't have a particular one.
You would have named a few at least.
Well, there's a lot. I don't know which one. What you want me to like?
Puta madre.
Say one. Is it being a reporter?
Wait, it could have been as simple as I want to get a new car. It could have been as simple as I want to get a new car. It could have been that simple, way.
Or get a better.
But that's not a
Get a
motivation.
car.
That's a need.
Or clean your ass or some shit.
How is it not a motivation?
Cause
What are you gonna do to achieve that new car?
what work?
There you go,
Oh,
pendejo.
Well, that's not really motivation. That's more like there's a difference between motivation and there's a need.
That's
like-
not a need, way. You don't need a new car. You could just fucking keep that one forever if you want.
Yeah.
That's not a
Well,
fucking
but
necessity.
right, but obviously,
A necessity is food,
I'm
clothing.
not gonna keep that. It's like, are you gonna keep your car?
If that's what fucking life wants me to do, then I'm gonna keep it forever. If I never end up to be fortunate to be able to buy a new car and afford a new one, unless I want to fucking put myself in debt and barely afford the payments, then okay, then But if life wants it to be that way, if God wants it to be that way, then so it be. That's all I have to be with. That's what I gotta work with.
Okay.
If I'm not gonna ask for more way than what I need.
Well, I don't really need.
Just like if. I wish this fucking sweater was Balenciaga. I wish my hat was fucking Gucci. But
Well,
what? It's fucking this, and that's what I'm gonna be happy with. If this is what I can fucking get,
That's. I don't know. This question's a very.
That's not true.
That-
I don't like Gucci, and I don't like.
That's questions.
That's not true.
That's my question. That's mine. There's a few, but I don't.
There's not a few way because you would have told us already. But anyways, since you don't
okay.
know what you want, it's cool. You're a fucking pendejo. I want to know Edgar, because he's been thinking about it for a while now.
No, he's been thinking about it for like half a decade already.
My inspiration would be the closest one right now is taking over either my mom's or my dad's business. It has to be one of those.
Pretty much your family, no?
Yeah, pretty much family.
Family.
I don't see my dad's business going anywhere though.
No. She's going downhill. No.
It survived
2 decades?
23 years now.
2 recessions?
Almost.
2 recessions? No, technically.
It's about to be super shit.
One.
1 recession
Oh, wait.
and 2 stock crashes. No,
2 stock crashes.
it's crazy.
But yes, up to the next one. Have you ever experienced a point
What
in your?
about you?
You already said it.
Dad?
My dad? What
Yeah,
about it?
is he gonna once he retires, that's it, or who's
No.
gonna keep going with the business?
Probably me and Gabby.
Oh, you and Gabby, you guys already talked about
Oh,
it.
ya verga esa compañía, güey.
I'm sure I don't get why he would. Obviously, unless something happens to the buildings, and therefore, it's out of our hands. But
No, but the business, wherever you go, it's your business.
oh no, but yeah, regardless. But
All you need is a shop.
well, yeah. But
No, and this way he's gonna change the name to
another story. Let's continue with. Have you ever experienced a point in your life when you felt unworthy
Overpark
or
stocking.
someone or something caused you to question your own ability?
Let me read it because you read it like a fucking third
Well,
grader.
because
Way.
if you could space them out, it would have been a
Look,
bit more.
Here you go. Have you ever experienced a point in your life when
Yeah,
you
you wrote
felt
them. Of course, you're gonna know how to read them.
Oh,
So you're telling me if you read a book, you're not gonna be able to read it.
Well, I don't read books.
But you're telling me if I give you a book right now, you're not gonna be able to read it because you didn't write it. That's what you're telling me right now, you fucking idiot. Everybody, everybody listen to this fucking idiot. Stop fucking hitting the table, fucking
Oh, I'm sorry.
motherfucker.
The questions, when you read a book,
The questions, these are not questions, these are topics.
the book.
First of all,
when you read a book, the letters are like this small. Top it.
Okay, so you're talking about the size now.
did this fucker just say that the words are this small?
Yeah, they're like this.
This small. The words are this small. This is the size of a paperweight.
Okay, there's a book, and then the letter like this small.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
This is double spaced, by the way,
I
I have proof.
no, I get that, but if it would have been spaced out, it's better to understand.
No.
But what did you say after that? Obviously, you're gonna be able to read it better because you wrote it.
Well, yeah, if
So your point is saying that if you read a book, you're not gonna be able to read it correctly. That's what you're telling me.
well, I would have to keep track of it where I'm going because if not, I'm gonna get lost.
Oh yeah, just like the last podcast, you're lost again. You're lost.
No, it just
You're
okay.
lost.
Okay,
again.
look, okay.
You're lost half the time.
If you read this paper, you have to keep track. Cause look, I'm reading this, and then after I'm like, well, where the fuck am I? I'm like right here. Then after because
Do you want me to make a special paper just for you? A special one? I'll make you a special paper way. I promise. I'll highlight each thing.
no, you don't need to
I'll
highlight
number it.
You don't need to highlight it.
I'll fucking make the letters
Wait.
a little bigger if you want.
No, you don't need to highlight it. You could just space them out. It would be a little bit more able to understand.
It's double spaced. Double space is the max. You know that, right?
I don't care if it's double spaced. I cared if it's spaced out, as in like the first sentence has a dent.
I think my mind.
I think the only problem here is you because nobody has ever complained about it.
Oh, right.
And
But
I've had different types of people print this out for me and type a little bit of stuff in there for me before, and they've never complained about it.
I
So
understand.
I just know the problem.
I just
is you.
personally, majority of the time when you read a paper, they're either numbered or they're spaced out. These are not either spaced out or numbered.
I found a new inspiration and motivation for you. Look, try to find a book that you didn't write, or try to find something you didn't type and read it, and try to read it as best possible. That's your new motivation from now on. Okay,
But that wasn't.
Read a book.
That's not what we're talking about.
read something so you can.
Okay,
You know?
let's continue.
Anyways,
I'm not gonna fight
let
with
me
you.
go back.
I'm not gonna fight with
and
you.
I'm gonna leave this shit because this shit's fucking ridiculous. Anyways,
I'm not gonna fight with you. But okay,
we're not fighting. We're arguing.
or arguing, whatever it's called.
Have you ever experienced a point in your life when you felt unworthy or someone or something caused you to question your own abilities?
No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about that.
Okay. I'll accept that, I guess. How about you, Gordito? Let's start with you.
For what?
The question. Have you ever experienced a point in your life when you felt unworthy and or someone or something caused you to question your own abilities? For example, like, let's say you played soccer and the coach told you, hey, like, you know, I like you for my team. You're pretty good. Come play with us. And then the first thing they do is bench you. Or they don't play you at all.
Maybe I have, but I don't remember a good.
You never had an
example.
No, you never had an experience. No.
experience.
What
Maybe I
about you?
have though. Maybe I
Yeah?
have.
What about you, pinche junior?
Soccer, yeah.
Yeah, like what? Like,
I was just like a player, you know, like nobody special. Like, this thing is replaceable and shit. Te la verga, entonces.
Can I write your paper next?
No. No. I'm good. But I had a few experiences like that, I guess I can say.
No, it's because I need to tell that fool Michael way
¿Qué?
that you didn't need shin guards.
Just text him to take them.
I know, that's what I'm telling him right now. I'm pretty sure he's up.
No mames, fumaste hoy, güey. ¿Cómo vas a jugar mañana, güey? Vas a andar madreado, cabrón.
You mother way.
Oh, my God, motherfucker.
I'll be hitting the ball with my hands away.
Did you hear this motherfucker? What he just said?
What?
He said, I'm gonna be kicking the ball in my hands. What the fuck? No,
That's how fucked
man.
up I'm tomorrow.
Oh, my
I'm
God.
fighting this morning between the games, we're on the
The game's at 7 a.m.
7:45.
Where at?
Over there in Covina.
At Gulf? Oh, is your dad going?
There.
Okay, so back to my topic where I was saying the
I have
question.
a question about that, but keep going.
Question was again. Let me repeat this. Have you ever experienced a point in your life when you felt unworthy, and someone or something caused you to question your own abilities?
Didn't you say it?
So I've told this to a lot of people, and I'm pretty sure I talked to you guys about it a lot. Like this is what pretty much shaped up my mentality up to now, you know, like because of the experiences that I've had.
I hope it's a good one.
And it was when I used to go play for the like academy type of team that I told you, remember? And I used to go train in East LA. And when I got there first, the coach that wanted me, they fired him. And like I was really cool with him, like, you know, and he would like start me every game, and I was new, so like, you know, like as a new player you kind of like don't always start, you don't always play a lot, for those that don't know. But it wasn't like that with him. Like he liked the way I played, so like I would play a lot with him. He would start me. He would always give me like a lot of like confidence, you know, like he would tell me like, hey, like, you know, you did good, or like, hey, you did good, but you need to improve here, or you need to do this. They ended up firing him, and they got another one. They got another coach. Shout out to this motherfucker, because of this motherfucker, I wouldn't have fucking, like, I wouldn't know that side of, like, this sport, like, I wouldn't know that side of coaching. I wouldn't know that side of, like, what that feels like, since I've always kind of, like, not to sound cocky, I've always kind of been like that better player in the team. Never really, like, felt like I wasn't enough or wasn't good enough.
You were a well player.
I was a well player.
Right.
How does that make sense?
I was a well player.
A good player.
You were a good player in other ways.
Yes.
Wait.
Can I just hold on? We'll go back to this right now. Let me finish my story. Come on.
No. Eso no está bien.
I know, but let me finish my story. So, let me continue what I'm gonna say.
It's just properly.
Okay. Let me continue what I was gonna say. So then this new coach comes in, and obviously I was new to the team, so I start getting benched, right? So I was like, okay, like, this was new, and that coach was already around them. He was an assistant coach from another age group, so they put him to be the head coach here.
So he was older or what?
He was just an OG at that team already. Like, he was already, like, familiar with the team, because the team had different age groups. So, like, 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 13, 12. So he was an assistant coach somewhere else. So from assistant, they made him head over here. So I was like, oh, okay, he's benching me. He doesn't really know who I am, so blah, blah. So, yeah, I'll start breaking into the team little by little. And I did eventually, but then there was times where he would tell me, like, hey, like, I really like how you play, and everything. Like, I feel like you're better than the guy that starts ahead of you. Like, I just feel like you need to do this, or, like, I need to see that opportunity for you, where you can break through. And he would tell it to me in front of people. So then, like, these people would start to be, like, questioning themselves too. They'd be like, okay, so he's better than him. Are you gonna, like, chill or what? Like, are you gonna let me, like, finish? You're making this fool laugh, way.
Oh, because I'm just smiling. I'm just like that.
Anyway,
it's 1 a.m. I want to be happy.
This fucker was created. What do you think they did to this fool? You think there's a glitch in the making?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh, I didn't know I was making him laugh.
The plan was 75% successful.
You were saying about your topic?
No, I didn't want to talk about it no more.
Oh.
Like, the vibe's, like, off already. Like,
oh, no.
No, like, maybe if your dumbass understood and had something to, like, going for your life and you struggled a little bit, you'd be a different person. But sadly, the world around you didn't have you like that,
Like, Edgar's
the world around you, they spoon fed you.
Shit, we need a pool.
That's why when I tell you these things, you don't listen, cause you.
No, I was really
it's cool. That's why this is the last time I'm gonna have you on the podcast, fool. That's it. I give you chances, fool. I give you opportunities. I'm such a good person to you, way. I don't know why.
What did I do?
I don't know why. I'm such a good person to you, way. And this goes for everybody out there. Look, I'm gonna say one thing. I didn't want to put you on the spot, but I am now because of what you're doing here. Fool, you're fucking, like, disrespecting me. After all the respect I show you.
What did I do?
I'm gonna tell you right now, and I'm gonna tell everybody, and I'm gonna put this shit on.
I didn't even do anything. Okay.
You're a good person. Keep being that fucking good person, because then there's people like this motherfucker that are ungrateful as fuck. And they speak behind your back. They fucking tell your friends a certain thing, and they come to your face and they tell you another thing. Be careful who the fuck you surround yourself, because that shit's dangerous. Because you might think the enemy is looking at you and fucking looking at you like prey, and it could be your friends. They could fucking come and talk shit behind your back. And you can be the best person, you can be the best friend ever, and they'll still be fucking ungrateful like this motherfucker right here.
I'm gonna stop you right there. Right out there. No, I get what you're trying to say right now, but I'm gonna defend him just for one.
Mm-hmm.
One time only.
Okay. Well, not like one time.
Well,
usual defensive. Yeah.
But this one's gonna be a good one. You're gonna agree with me.
Okay,
You're being disrespectful to him because you are making that fool laugh, and like he laughs a lot when he looks at you. Espérate.
There you go. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
You see how you're trying to talk to him good, and he just fucking takes it as a joke.
No. But right now, I'm gonna go on your side. Orlando is part of the podcast, yes or no?
Right.
You're not part of the podcast. You're a guest.
No. I let him back onto the podcast. He told me.
Okay.
He said, I want to be back on the podcast. And I said yes.
Okay, you're back on
I
the
said
podcast.
yes, but look what he does.
Look
what he does, Way. Look what he does.
No, I know.
Look how he acts.
I know. But I'd rather have someone
Okay, yeah.
does stupid shit like him, and not someone like Orlando that he's with his homies over there when he should be here.
You're right. That's correct.
When he should be here.
That is correct. Yeah.
So I feel like you gotta suck those little things up, like what he does, because I'd rather have him than someone that
not gonna come.
Should be here,
it's not here,
but rather be somewhere else.
Okay, and I agree with you. You're right. And I do appreciate him. Wait, don't get me wrong.
No, I'm not saying that you don't appreciate him.
No, I just want to put it out there.
We should see those.
I wanted to put it there because I didn't say it. You know, and whoever's watching this is gonna be like, you know, okay, I appreciate it. Wait, I do. Like he helped us set up. You know how he did.
He never does.
Yeah, he never does. Usually he does it.
Never does.
But I'm saying, wait, look. I'm saying all I'm asking from this motherfucker is to just fucking like listen.
I know it, and that's what I
just agree with.
I tell him.
Like I want him to be himself, but like. Not to the point where, like, if I'm trying to talk about something and I'm trying to put out a message their way, for him to fucking be distracting Junior way.
Well, how is that? Look, he's everywhere for anything.
You don't see it, but you make
no
faces.
Way. Stop being dumb. He sees it. He knows.
Okay.
He's not stupid way. He acts stupid. We already know that.
Let me answer this one in the meantime.
No, now he's gonna fucking leave.
Well, take it off.
You guys are already arguing.
What did he say? What's he gonna do? What did he say?
He's not. Well, it's because you guys are arguing, and I don't want to have this.
But where'd he go?
Back here.
Motherfucker.
Es que no entiende.
No, güey.
No se hace bien, güey.
Es que ese güey es otro pedo, güey.
Está bien. That's what. Hey,
I feel like I'm too nice. No, I feel like I'm too nice
understand
sometimes,
you.
güey.
I understand.
And then he says shit, güey. And then he tells you, güey, instead of telling me.
There's sometimes I want to fucking hit
no,
him too,
güey. Wait, what do you think I wanted to do right now?
There's sometimes
wait, look.
hit him.
I don't know if Junior saw, but I was like this way. I was like this way. Junior, I don't know if you saw. I was like this way. I swear I was like this way.
There's times
no,
I wanna do it, way. I wanna do that shit too. But then I think about it like that. Look, this fool has so many flaws that he could correct if he doesn't do it.
They're little.
They're little flaws.
They're little, but since it's a lot,
that get a lot.
all right.
But
go back to the topic.
I'd rather have someone like him.
Go back to the topic.
That is loyal.
Yes.
He literally is loyal.
Yes. Yes. But look, then that's why I was saying, he says things, but he tells them to you that are supposed to be told to me, and he doesn't tell me. And when he tells me, he can't even say it the way he told you. And that's why I'm saying, wait. That's why I get mad at him. Because I tell him to his face everything that I say. I tell him whether he likes it or not, wait. And I don't ever and whether he interprets it wrong or not, wait. I've always told him that way. And I told him before, wait. I don't even know if he remembers. And if he doesn't, then oh well. But I told him, wait, hey, I love you, wait. I told him that before, wait. I don't know if he remembers. I was here at the shop, but I told him, I love you, wait.
Probably not.
He doesn't remember.
Not because I don't remember because I don't like it, but because
it was not. It was last year. Wait, I told him. I told him. Wait, because it was. Hey, wait, and not because I was in a bad.
But
his uncle.
No. I don't know why. His uncle. I feel like I've
no way. I told him because it was when I was going through that shit.
Oh, with the
and I remember I was treating him like shit, way.
Yeah.
And I apologized to him like, look, way. I told him, hey, wait, like my bad, you know, like I've been treating you this way. But I love you. I told him that way. I know he doesn't remember way because I remember what he was saying. He's like, oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, like he thinks like
he doesn't care.
Around.
He thinks I'm like I'm trying to look good for him, but it wasn't true. Like I meant it for real. But I like what I'm trying to say is he is a loyal friend way. He is there, but there is things that bother me, and I want him to be like,
I know,
like just tell me, like just come to me, and me and him can fix it. You know, like I'm not gonna fucking like stop being his friend. I'm not gonna stop caring about him. Like yeah, I distance myself from him a little bit because the certain lifestyle that he lives and is way different from mine. You know, like as I was speaking right now, I'm telling him, how can you not have a motivation or an inspiration in your life? You know what I mean? Like that's a problem. You know, and that's good that he mentioned that too, because those people that are watching us, if they're or listening to us and they don't have that, they have to find a way. Because just because you don't have something that you want or something that doesn't inspire you, something that doesn't motivate you, it doesn't mean you can't search for it. You know, every day look for something. Every day like do something better. Every day like think about like something that's gonna make your life better, and you're gonna end up finding a fucking motivation or an inspiration way. because then your life is gonna become a certain way, and as an inspiration, you might find someone that's like already been through this shit and is successful as fuck, or is like a fucking genius at this. And you're like, you know what, like I wanna be like him, but I wanna like reach that level. You know, I wanna fucking be at the top.
I get you.
You know.
But
And he I don't know. Wait, I don't know.
That's how I see it.
Yeah,
That his problem is that he does have a motivation. He does have something that motivates him, but he has insecurities on telling us what it is. And he laughs because he knows it's true. I noticed it already. He has insecurities to open up. I don't understand why. I've opened up to him, to you, to Junior. And I'm not scared to like tell you guys how I feel.
Me neither way. I'm not afraid.
I'm not scared.
I'm not afraid.
It doesn't make me less of a man if I tell you, hey, Angel, I'm feeling this way today. Well, because of this.
Is it remember when he said that? We all asked, "Hey, Talajadas?" We're like, yeah, hey, Talajadas? Like, no.
Or he says, yeah, or everybody does it. Or what kind of question is that? Like,
yeah.
Like, you say Talajadas.
Just say it.
Yeah,
There's
like,
nothing wrong with saying
like, if
that.
you're gay, fuck it. Those are my dad, but you're gay.
anyway, I mean, we already made the deal. We told you that if you're gonna come out gay, we're gonna fuck you up. And then we're gonna accept you, but we're gonna fuck you up first. Wait, remember we told you already.
Well, I can't guarantee you anything. I'm gonna be in the gas chamber way, but
But no, I'm not gay. But okay.
But no, I'm pretty sure you're not gay.
Can we get to the
I'm
next
pretty sure
topic?
because you see some things that
Our last two
oh,
paragraphs.
I got ask the second question for este. Angelito. Ask the second one.
Okay, it wasn't for you because I didn't think you were gonna like I knew you were gonna be on the podcast, but it wasn't directed to you because there was gonna be somebody else, you know. Anyways, so this topic, we're just gonna finish up with this topic and then we're gonna end up with the quote, obviously. So this is the last topic here. It's, have you ever had a crush in school who either rejected you or you never had the courage to approach? ? And I don't know. You want to start from over here, Junior? Since we started from Edgar, the other person.
me?
Yeah, we'll start off with you. Did you have a rejection or not enough courage to approach your crush?
I don't have the balls to fucking talk to her. Right?
Nah.
Nah.
Did you still know who she is? Like you still know her?
Nah.
Or like she disappeared?
It was like in elementary.
Oh yeah.
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 I don't know where the fuck she is today, but.
Yeah. It was the same thing for me though.
We don't chase bitches no more.
It was the same thing for me in elementary. There used to be this girl that I was obsessed with, and I still know her name. Like, I'm not gonna say her name, but I still know her name. And like, I had her on Instagram like a fucking year back. I think maybe like a year or two back. Well, because I had ended up like not like because I liked her still, but I had found her, and like because I still follow all my elementary friends, but like some of them I think they deleted their account. So like that's why I had found her. Like then I was like, oh shit, like that's her. Like damn, that's crazy, you know? Because like I was like in shock. Like I didn't think like I would ever like find out her again. But yeah, like she would reject me.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would reject me. Yeah. And I was like, fuck, you know, like, and it's just like that like thing, you know, in your head, like you're like, fuck.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
You?
But I always had the courage though. I always had the courage to approach him. I was like, fuck it. Nah.
I was scared.
I don't know why. I was just like, I was out there like I had balls. I was like, fuck it. If they say no, then they say no.
Hey, wait. It's not fucking chilango.
But no, look. You know what? Hey, no. You know what? Hey, only you guys know this shit, but probably not a lot of people know this shit. What? My girl rejected me, the first time.
You
like,
told me.
My girl rejected me.
Yeah.
And like, that's what like, maybe that's how I always been like, okay, I'll accept rejection, but then I won't stop, you know, like I'll go again, like I'll like keep chasing that shit, you know, like, cause I'm not the type to like accept like a no, like I'm like, okay, you might not like me right now, but like give me some time and you're gonna fucking like me, you know, like you're gonna like, and that's not only with like girls or like that's also with friends, like bosses, or just people that like are around me, you know, like maybe they'll look at me like, oh, like what the fuck, like this fool.
I got pelusa.
Like they'll look at me like, I can't feel. Make sure you zoom on this shit. A ver, saca la lengüita. But yeah.
But you, what happened?
Yes? I'll go last for this one.
Okay.
Save the best.
Okay.
Save the best for the last.
I really wanna.
You wanna say a story? You really wanna say a story?
I do not want to say a story.
He wants to express himself.
I want to make it.
A ver, ¿cómo?
I want to make it professionally.
Alright.
Professionally.
Was it in
No.
Oh, it wasn't her?
No. I want to make it professionally sad.
Oh,
Feature hopper.
Or it won't sound off. But yeah, okay. I'll go with last.
The grasshopper.
I should have put this shit in the edit. We're hopping in your face.
I'm gonna put that as a thumbnail, way.
Lo mañana.
Dímelo, gordito, dímelo. Dime tu historia.
Oh,
You?
mine? Oh, yeah, what's mine? So basically, same thing as you, elementary. Third grade. So I had this girl for third grade. I really found pretty. Like,
yeah?
super pretty.
Like he's so chocolate.
I could say her name because I don't think she's. I don't have her on anything. So
Uh-huh.
it's Haley. What's her name?
Oh, okay.
Puta madre.
And I was super obsessed with her.
Oh, yeah?
Like wrong. Like I knew it was wrong.
Raw?
Wrong.
Oh.
Stay away.
I knew it was wrong.
He had that dog.
Let him speak. Let him speak. Let him speak.
Because I would go to school, my dad would take me in the truck. And I would see her, and I'd be like, oh, like, esa sí va a ser mi novia and shit. And I was like, obviously no, right? But like to me, I'm like, oh, esa va a ser mi novia. Third, fourth, fifth, I was obsessed with her, and I would follow her and tell everyone in school, oh, she's gonna be my girlfriend. So what they did once in fourth grade,
Sorry.
in fourth grade, everyone bunched and got her because I told them, oh, I'm gonna kiss her if you guys catch her.
Oh, no way. Ese güey.
Ese
güey. What the fuck?
That was a fucking mañana.
So
Hey, wait.
That's
Hey,
what
wait.
fourth grade?
Este güey, so IQ, a huevo, 5,000, güey. A huevo. A huevo. Einstein le pela la verga a ese güey. I guarantee
Fourth
you,
grade?
güey.
Fourth grade.
Okay, but
Fourth
keep
grade.
continue.
So you're like, what,
No, still, you're
Yeah,
not
this was
verga.
lunch. This was
Continue,
lunch.
continue.
I told everyone.
That's my
all
role
my
model
grade,
right there, güey.
If you guys get Haley to come to me where the restrooms are, they already knew where they were.
Aquí soy ya, te digo.
Let him speak. I want to know.
Aquí soy ya.
Continue.
If you guys get her to come over here, I'll kiss her. And you won't believe it. Wait, it looked like bees getting her, and she was trying to run away because she knew that I wanted to give her a kiss.
También correría, güey. I'll fucking stab myself as the Korean.
So what ended up happening?
So they got her and everything, and then I went up to her, and I knew that if I would have kissed her, I would have got expelled and all that because that was sexual harassment. And I knew and everything, so I just told her, look, I did all this for you, so like, let me know if you want to do something, like get together. And then at the end, she's all like, no, like you're not my type, I'm sorry. And she fell in love with the gringo. His name was Garrett. I told you the story. And that guy
Hey,
Garrett.
wait, if I find out where that fuck you live, ese sí lo voy a matar. Hijo de puta madre.
That guy
Tell him,
Garrett.
güey, tell him, güey.
You're not gonna believe me, way. You're gonna fucking hate that fool too.
Why?
That guy Garrett, he used to wear Fox. Like if he was a gringo, Fox brand Fox, and he was white. And that fucker would tell me, "Hey, what's up, Mexican? When are you gonna start trying to get at my girl?"
Mira, güey, te lo juro por Dios.
Güey, ¿qué pedo con esta historia? You never told me.
Yeah, no, it's because that fucker me trataba mal.
Oh.
And back then, I don't know if when you were in school, you know the backpacks that had the wheels and you would drag. You know how they were very popular?
Oh, yeah. Tell him.
I really wanted one of those backpacks.
What is the matter?
I really wanted those backpacks. So I told my mom, "Can you get me one?" And she did. She got me one, but she didn't read the label. It said luggage, so she got me one for luggage. Wait up! I'm not done.
Like a suitcase, like a suitcase
for files.
Oh!
I took it to school. I took it to school. And that guy.
And tell him what you told him. Tell him.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
This is the most Mexican shit ever,
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy,
I
man. Hold
went to
on.
that class when I had with Garrett.
What happened?
I went to a class one with Garrett.
Yeah.
And Garrett had that backpack. That he had the good one. The Giants boy, I think it was called.
Yeah.
And then I get to class that day, and he sees my backpack. He's like, "Oh, that's a pretty good looking backpack on it." Yeah, like I just got it.
You got the plus size one, the jumbo.
Shit, backpack
For the army.
it's like this. It like.
Hey, it's just like the size of the table.
Yeah.
What the
And he told me,
fuck?
"Can I open it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you can open
Hey, wait, but hold on. Hey, imagine if someone takes that shit down in school. That fool's considered a school shooter way.
He's considered a terrorist.
Everybody's gonna run from that fool way.
They're gonna make fun of him.
That's crazy how you can walk around with that shit before.
Yeah, before, yeah.
Okay,
Like
but
nothing.
continue. Yeah.
He opens it. And he sees that when he opens it, there's a bunch of files. A bunch of files. He's all like, where'd you get this backpack? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. Like, my mom bought it for me. He's all like, oh, like, I'm pretty sure you bought it like at the Swami or something, right? I was like, oh, look, I don't know. And he got it and he told everyone in class. Oh, fool, everyone in class was making fun of me way that day.
Anyway,
okay, I wanted to leave way.
We been through some shit with.
It was that fool?
Anyway,
That fool, that
anyway.
same guy way. That fool made me. Oh, and he asked me, and we were in cafeteria. We were going to a cafeteria, and he was with a popular guy. So everyone was
Popular.
Yeah, back then.
Yeah.
And I was behind him. He asked me, "Are you straight or are you gay?" But back then, well, I was technically a ranchero way because I didn't even know what that was. I didn't know what that was. I don't know if straight was gay. I don't know what that shit was. So I was a paisa way. And he asked me that. I was like, straight or gay? Straight? Which one should I say? I said straight. So I said straight. I was all like, I think you're lying. So every time you say that shit with this one, I'm like back in those memories, like fuck. Fucking Garcia mató way 3rd grade year way.
I'm not gonna lie though, way. That's crazy because I never went through bullying.
No?
Nah.
I went through
But
bullying.
one time I was considered a bully.
Oh, yeah.
I was considered a bully because
Like you were a bully?
yeah, they said that I was a bully. Because I was with this girl and like she was low key like a weird girl, like whatever, you know. It was in 6th grade. Shout out to the people that know this shit. And she kind of had like a weird accent. Like they would call her the British girl because she would talk British and she was white.
Was she actually British?
No, she wasn't. But she had like a British accent. Like she would talk weird.
The fuck?
But she was like Hispanic, but she was white. Like her parents were white. This kid liked her, but he was like those weird kids, you know, like those smart weird kids that don't talk much and like they like
Larry.
And then yeah. And then like at recess they're like a whole different person. Like they're like loud as fuck and they scream and they like running around.
Oh, no.
That fool was like that. And then one day I was next to her and this fool comes in, he bumps into me. Like he actually bumped into me and I was like, hey, what the fuck, watch out, you know, like I'm right here like talking to my girl and shit, and that fool was like, oh, like fuck you or some shit like that. I forgot what he said, but he offended me, right? And he always had his sweater in his waist. You know how those fucking kids would always try. Yeah. I never did that shit. I always thought it was gay. I mean, no offense, but I always thought like that shit was a little.
I think it's still gay.
Yeah. So when he said that, I took off his fucking
sweater.
I untied his sweater from his fucking waist, and I put it between my legs, and I went like that. I put that shit like that. And that fucker was just looking at me like this, like. And then I fucking threw it on the floor, and that was like, my sweater. And he picked it up, and then like recess ended. And 20 minutes into the class. No, phone ringing on the.
Yeah, I hate those calls.
Oh, okay. He'll be up there, and yeah, I'll send him up right now. And then my teacher comes like, Juan, they're looking for you in the office, and I was like, what the fuck? What did I do now? I was like, no mames. I haven't done shit. I'm like, it's 20 minutes. I'm sitting down right here. I haven't done shit. Because I was literally those troublemakers way in school. And everybody that knows me, that went to the fucking elementary, middle school with me, like, they know who I am. Way. Like, I was that fucking kid. So I was just sitting there for 20 minutes doing nothing. And they're telling me, oh, they're looking for you. I'm like, oh, mames. They're fucking discriminating at this point. Like, they don't like me. What the fuck? So then I was like, oh, whatever, and I'm over here walking to the fucking office. I'm like, oh, what the fuck did I do, you know? Pull up to the office, and that fucking motherfucker's right there. And I'm like, oh, you son of a bitch. Now I know why I'm here. And he has this fucking sweater like this way. Like that way. Yeah, way. It was like this with the sweater. And he's pointing at me, he's like, and I'm like, oh, fucking shit. And then the janitor's right there. I don't know why the fuck the janitor was there. Like when I
he was gonna put it in the cleaners that
time. No. I found out I found out after why he was there. But when I walked in, I was like, why the fuck is the janitor there? And then there was like the office lady. And then so the office lady's like, oh, come here. They talked, and Baron was still there. And then, like, they were like, hey, like, we know you did this. He said that you're doing this. Like, and I know he doesn't lie. Like, they literally said that. They're like, well, I know he doesn't lie. He's a good kid. And then the janitor fucking buds in, and he's like, oh, yeah, and I have cameras, so you better not be lying. And I was like, looked at this motherfucker. I'm like, shut the fuck up, motherfucker. You have fucking cameras up in this bitch. Shut the fuck up. I was like, no, you don't. In my head, you know, I just looked at him. I was like, cameras and shit. But then I was like, whatever, you know, like, I'm gonna own up to it, like, whatever, like, I am, and like, you know, like, to make it, like, you know, like, I was like, whatever, fuck, like, I'm already here. I'm not gonna fucking lie to him because it's gonna go worse. So I was like, yeah, I did that to his sweater. I was like, yeah, I did. And they're like, okay. And then, like, at that time, it was like, you know, on those rubber band, like, things, those rubber band, like, bracelets.
Yeah.
I had one, and it was like red, blue, and like green.
Like the drug free one was red.
It wasn't like rainbows, but it was just like random colors though. And then they were looking at me and they're like, who would have thought that a kid with the rubber band little bracelet, such a like good looking kid, like who would have thought he'd be a big bully? And I was looking at them and I was like, the fuck? I'm not a bully. I was like, the fuck? How is that considered? I was literally like, how the fuck is that being a bully? But obviously now I understand, like, I guess, like, it wasn't good. No, it was wrong for me to do. Like, whatever. But, yeah.
No, sí, a mí sí me pegó madre esa madre.
But Angelito.
I think Edgar got it worse way. Worse than
But
Yeah,
to finish
I got it
off.
bad.
Hey,
I got
but
it
to
bad.
finish off, let's see.
Oh,
Let's
he
see
knows,
what
he knows I got it bad too.
Oh, yeah.
And in middle school,
Yeah.
when he was there, well, he knew.
But, Angelito.
You think you got bullied? No way.
Wait,
That's nothing.
hold on.
That's
I
child
want to track back and I want to finish this off with Angelito because you said that he had something to say.
Oh yeah.
So back to this topic, Angelito.
The question is, have you ever had a crush in school who
I see what you're trying to bring up.
either rejected you or had never had the courage to approach? Honestly, I think both.
Hold on, before you start, I'm gonna interrupt just briefly, okay? I went to high school with this motherfucker, right?
Wait, but
And I had this
have
motherfucker.
to, wait, have to say it carefully.
No.
W?
No. I swear I'm not gonna
okay.
say no. Hey, this is not cut. This is fresh. I'm not gonna say no bullshit. I had this motherfucker for PE, and shout out to this girl.
I know that story.
This motherfucker would ask her out every fucking day at PE, and that shit was hilarious.
Her
Yeah,
sister works
I don't
at.
remember.
yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to state that.
Oh, okay.
But this motherfucker got balls.
I think both.
Continue.
Es que tú sí quieres. El hueso.
But what did you have to say, Angelito?
Wait, you never had the courage to approach? Well, I mean, how can I say it? Like, well, for example, like you never had the courage to approach. I mean, now, I mean, if I look at it back, like, during that time, I probably still wouldn't have done it. But if I would have done it, I wouldn't have probably regretted it.
No.
No.
Wait, you would have regretted it, or you wouldn't have?
I wouldn't have.
Wouldn't have regretted it.
Yes.
Okay.
But if I would have been during that time, then probably yeah.
Okay, now let's try to give some advice here. You that you're saying this, as a person or a kid or a young man, even a female, what would you tell them if they don't have courage? Like, what would you recommend them to do? Like, what? Like, because some people are afraid of rejection. You know, like some people are like, oh, like I know she's gonna reject me. Like I know, like, but like, how can like instead like not avoid rejection, but like in a way like go around it to where you can at least like get a sense of that person, like, hey, like, can I get your number, can I get your Snapchat, or like something like that. Like, what would you like? What advice would you
what would
give?
I do?
Yeah, like, what advice would you give to that person?
I would probably be like, hey, would you like to hang out? And obviously, you'll get your answer whether yes or no.
Yeah.
In that situation.
Okay, and then like if it's a no, like, and you still like want to try to like in a way like still keep in contact with them, like, okay, like it's cool, we can't hang out, but like, hey, let me get your like Instagram or let me get your Snapchat, or
I feel like that's just too pushing.
is that like pushing it too much? Yeah.
You're pushing it at that point.
I feel like I have a story. For the same thing, same
Uh-huh.
topic.
Mhm.
So, seventh grade. Yeah, 7th grade. Holland.
Hold on, time out. You guys wanna get something to eat after this shit or not?
What?
Yeah. You guys wanna get something to eat after this?
It's 1 a.m.
Oh, I don't know. Like I don't know if you guys are
find
hungry.
something.
You can find something. Yeah, you guys are down low to get something to eat. If there's something.
Chicken nuggets from McDonald's or what?
I'm down. Yeah. All right. Continue. My bad.
But so it's 7th grade, right? And keep in mind that 7th grade, I wasn't the best looking motherfucker there.
Honestly, wait, look. Honestly,
feel like
like,
seventh grade
I'm
stuff,
not
yeah,
saying,
like-
I'm not trying to be cocky. I guess I'm okay good looking now, whatever. If people want to consider me ugly or good looking, I'm obviously way better looking than I was in 7th grade, too, wait, trust me. I was a fucking ugly motherfucker in 7th grade.
I was fail.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yo sí, man, yo
Yo
me
sí.
pimples, güey. No,
So-
imagínate, güey.
Mr. Pizza Face,
Güey,
way.
pizza face, güey.
For me, I had it more culero way. No, you don't know nothing way.
Alright, güey. What the hell for you?
When
Alright,
I
alright.
Hold on, before
no.
you. Okay, go, yeah.
Me and this one girl would always fucking talk shit to each other, like fucking around since 8th grade. Had it for history. And at that time, I was trying to get acne and shit, like all right here, like on my fucking face and shit.
Oh, like herpes.
Like her. But the girl, I would make fun of, like, oh, you fucking paranoid looking motherfucker. Like, I feel like fucking like, bitch, leave room for us to breathe too, you know? Because the big ass nose, she breathes all the fucking oxygen and shit. and then she'll tell me like, oh, shut up, herpes, don't talk to me like that. And I fucking crack up because to me that show is fucking hilarious. It's like, ew, herpes. Shit like that. I was fucking crack up because the way she said it. I was deep in that.
Oh, you know what I remember right now? That girl that I said that I was with, the one because the guy did this thing. I went to her house one day, but like not to like do anything, like just like kick it, like to meet her family, and they called me a wetback way. But I was in 6th grade, I didn't know what it was.
I didn't know what that was?
I know what it was too.
Because she told me, she's like, oh yeah,
I didn't know what it was either, so I told Edgar wetback.
I didn't know what it
He
was.
just told my dad, and I found out what a wetback was.
Yeah, she told me, she's like, oh yeah, my mom said that you look like a wetback, and I was like, oh, what is that? And she looked at me, she's like, never mind. I didn't know it until now, like, and I'm like, damn, that lady called me a wetback. That shit's crazy, way. I was like 12 years old when she's a grown ass woman. She's like, yeah, he's a wetback. Like, imagine saying that to a kid, bro. Like, that's kind of fucked. I'm not only saying because it happened to me, but like, no kid, that's fucked up in general, way. You're a whole ass little kid, you don't even know what it is, and some fucking person calls you a wetback. Eso no está bien.
Eso no está bien.
Eso no está bien.
Remember Mr. Lau?
Huh?
Mr. Lau? Holland? Mr. Lau? Science teacher?
It's not even
Chinito?
called, not even called Holland.
I don't remember.
What's it called?
It's not called Holland?
No,
anymore?
it's not called Holland.
What is it called?
STEM Academy or some shit, something like that.
STEM Academy?
Yeah,
The whole school?
yeah, the whole school.
You're tripping,
I'm
nigga.
not tripping.
You
Search
sure?
it up. Search it up. Trust me.
Well,
Hey, but what were you gonna say about
the
7th
topic?
grade?
Yeah, we went off topic.
Yeah.
So
finish
this
up.
girl, 7th grade, eh? And I used to dress up like I was just from Mexico, eh?
Bicho ranchero.
Fucking flannel, jeans, shoes that were like a little bit ripped. And this girl, wait, fuck, I fucking fell in love with her just with seeing her. And I told this girl, I'm like, hey, what are you gonna do after lunch? I don't know how I had the courage to say it, but I told her, hey, what are you gonna do after lunch? She's like, nothing. I'm like, oh, you wanna catch lunch together? She's like, yeah, I'm done. And I didn't know, but we got our lunch. We went to go sit in a far-ass street by Santa Fe. What's the school called?
Santa Fe.
Santa Fe, right? Santa Fe. And we were sitting down, laying down, eating our food. And then some 5 guys come walking
No.
straight to me and her, and we were the only ones there. And I was like, what the hell? Like, do you know them? Oh yeah, like he's my boyfriend. I was like, what do you mean? Like, you never told me you have a boyfriend. And she's all like, yeah, like, don't worry about it. Like, I'm like, I'm cool with you.
She belongs to the street.
Yeah, wait.
Oh, that's
the
crazy.
boyfriend,
That's crazy.
She
the
started
boyfriend
young.
that day never liked me, wait. And that fool, he was the one that started all that pimple shit. Hey, what's up, pimples? Hey, what's up, pimples? And he'll judge me for my looks, how I dress. And that fucking never left me alone, way. I'm like, alright then. And that girl, she broke up with him or something like that. And then later on, we met up again and things together. And she was with one of the guys that I knew. But I still liked her. I still wanted that. And then that time I was goalie in soccer. And I had some friends that knew her, and they were girls. And I'm like, hey, like, come on, like, talk to her and tell her, like, to go to my games and shit. And she was a soccer girl. So she would go and we would play Olive, and she'll be like, oh, like, I'm gonna cheer for you, and like, I wanna be here for you. was like, oh, say less. I played like a goat on goalie back then. I played like a badass, and then I just remember that getting out of the game, we held hands, and she's all like, look, I have a boyfriend, but like I want to be with you, so like let's get together, but don't tell no one, and this stays between us.
¿Qué está pasando?
Back then, well, that to me was like, fuck, yo soy el mero verga and shit. Imagínate feo, I'm fucking bad looking and everything. And
Eso es de rancho.
And then there was this girl that was in 6th grade, and I was already in 7th. Going to 8. And that girl, like, I just wanted to fuck with her. I wanted to fuck around. And I told her, oh, like, you know, like, what's up with me and you? And she was a sister of Armando, guy that used to come here and play. With the dogs. And I told her, oh, like, what's up, let's flirt. And she wasn't good together too. And she caught us, Sophia, the girl, she caught us holding hands and everything. And the next day she told me, oh, like, it's over. I'm like, what do you mean? So like, yeah, like you're talking to other girls. I'm like, but you have a boyfriend. So that means I could talk to other girls too. And she's like, no, it doesn't work like that. I'm like, all right, then leave it like that. It's cool. And we left it like that, and we never ever talked again.
Have you seen her since then?
I saw her in high school, but she didn't graduate with us. But she got with the guy from the Marines, and then I just know that she exploded.
She blew up?
Wait, what? She blew up.
¿Qué pedo?
Oh, yeah? She got fat?
Super.
Oh, I thought you were a bomb, motherfucker. They did the hot pot on her.
Alright, so to finish off the pod, guys,
There's one more.
no, I will say that for another day. It's a little too long already. We'll say that for the next one. We'll say that part. We'll say that topic again. To finish off the pod, who's ever reached this far in the pod, thank you, appreciate it. And I wanted to put it out there. We uploaded 5 days ago, I think, a week ago, and we already hit 100 views. We hit 100 views. Yeah.
How many subscribers?
We have like 15 or 16 subscribers. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't have the numbers right now. Thanks for the 100 views. And I just want to let you guys know, we reached 100 subscribers. We're going to be doing a $100 giveaway. And to finish off the podcast, I'm going to give this quote. It says, what are you going to do with what you have? ? I'm not talking about how much you have. By Denzel Washington. So, everybody out there, chasing a dream, chasing your fucking dream job, your profession, career, whatever, right? People always tend to be like, oh, but that guy has money. Oh, but this guy has his parents. Oh, but this guy has this, and he has these connections, and blah, blah, blah. But it's not about how much you have, but it's about what are you going to do with what you have. And I feel like that's a strong message, because like literally how we are right now. We don't have mics for each and every one of us,
We had them.
We had some but they didn't work out, But look, we're still here. We're still putting in effort to fucking have a talk, put out something for these people to watch. Content. And it's not only about podcasts, it's about life too, We might not have the most money, and we still want to help. We still want to, you know what I'm saying?
Give her a little,
give our little piece of like
advice
or life experiences, and if you want to say motivation, I guess you can say motivation.
A little bit of humor,
a little bit of everything, a little bit of life,
a little bit of drugs too. Lots of drugs.
That's not okay.
Please don't listen to this fucking kid right here. I promise.
That's not okay.
If you misguide yourself like this kid, please go to church or please seek help or something. Or but yeah, guys, that's it for this podcast. Thanks so much for watching. I don't know if any of you guys want to say anything. Angelito.
No, not all.
Edgar?
I don't have anything else to say.
No, just thank you for the views. I didn't expect to have that many views that fast.
I know.
I didn't expect it.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not lying. I didn't expect 100. Yeah, it's a blessing. Honestly, yeah. So yeah, let's just try to run up the subscribers, guys. 100 subscribers, $100 giveaway, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.
See ya.